the experience of the members. Now, this is obviously the core of the team. We know Yakinda's a little bit newer to this kind of realms of play, but the rest of them, well, they've been in a bloody major final. So they have the experience covered over Nemiga. But Nemiga, we've seen them in the camps. They've been boot camping. They've been working hard. For them, actually for both teams, I think this means a lot. This is a big game.
It certainly does. And just to kind of start getting that interview process rolling, we've got 2 interviews ahead of our grand final. Makes sense. We're going to be starting with Dastan, coach. Oh, no, it's
Gio. Gio's here.
Wait, we're doing a double interview?
Oh, they're both here.
Oh, wow, magic. Okay, Gio, we'll start with you just because I need to say your name properly, and apparently I wasn't. It is Gio, right? Gio.
Yeah.
Easy as that. Hello, dude. So, I mean, this is a big match for you guys. You've taken down some big scalps, and Virtus.pro next. Do you think this is going to be your toughest opponent so far?
I mean, it doesn't matter who is opponent. We will show the best.
Okay. Well, simple answer there. Yeah. So, look, Dustin, we've obviously got you here as well, mate, and we spoke to you just the other day. Now, going into this one, you guys are the clear favorites, right? This is no disrespect to the Nemiga side, but you on paper, you are the favorites in this one. How do you make sure that your team are keeping level-headed enough to keep that focus going into a matchup like this?
Because we just want to win. It's important game. It's final. Even it's... We know Nemiga very well. We played against them a lot. It's just final match it will be good end for us. Okay. We are on win streak. We want to win. It's keep motivating us to win every time.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gio, just one final one for you. You guys, of course, are going up against some scary individuals. Are you going to be able to keep James? You're going to be able to keep Yakinda honest? You're going to keep them less than 30 this game?
We will.
All right, I like a bit of confidence. I like a bit of confidence out of my Nemiga boys. I wish you guys the best of luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing you battle in the server.
Thank you.
Cool. Gio and, of course, Dastan, coach of Virtus.pro. Nice.
Okay, we got the double header.
We did start the veto discussion. I think now would be a perfect time to finish it off because, I mean, it's just too bad.
There's no nuke will be played today. I just wanted to, it was either going to be for Nemiga, a train or a Dust2 ban. Throughout this tournament, they have banned Dust2 6 times. Actually, no, 5 times, and they'd banned Train twice, so they could flip-flop a little bit right there. Now, I was curious to see where they'd take this first. I was thinking maybe Inferno, because we've seen some decent things out of Nemiga on Inferno, but also the same can be said for that of VP. Now, the great thing here is Nemiga got the first pick. That means that they get 2 of their 3 maps, I suppose, in the first 3. So they get Mirage and Inferno, and those are the 2 biggest hurdles, I think, for VP.
And I will say I kind of love VP's T-side pick there. That's, I mean, considering what we've said about their CT side woes, setting the pace, setting the bar, I do think that bodes very well for them if they get that T-strong start that they're searching for.
Now, I'm a little bit worried about the Mirage kickoff because Mirage is one of those maps where I think that everybody knows how to play Mirage, right? It's a map that we've seen most teams within the competitive realms of Counter-Strike, other than, say, Astralis, who banned that map, are very, very handy on a map like Mirage. Now, going into this today, we've seen from VP the, I don't want to say reluctancy to close, that's not a great word. The word I'm looking for here is slow pace to get across the line against Na'Vi. Eventually, they got there. They were able to close on out. But coming in today, I hope that we see VP coming in playing not disrespectful, but aggressive, showing their individual prowess.
I think they're going to be well aware of how that felt to deal with. We had that on, it was Inferno with Na'Vi initially, and then obviously the turn of events came in eventually. They got reminded.
Lauren, you and Rush are tied.
Yeah.
Now, I want to propose something to the 2 of you. Rush, are you here?
Yeah, what up?
What is the chances that one of you 2 wants to change your pick to Nemiga right now?
For me, a big 0 on that.
Lauren, you want to take the risk? You might get the win here. You take the risk. You get the win. Otherwise, you're going to tie, and tying is for losers.
Yeah, it is for losers. Can I have until the start of the first map? Just
of the first map.
Yeah, before they play, just
okay. Yeah, well, Rush has already said 100% no. Rush has already gone with no, so we'll give Lauren the chance here.
Can you convince me? Give me a couple of lines.
So Nemiga going into the first 3 maps being Mirage, Dust2, and Inferno. They're 3 of the most played maps in Counter-Strike history. Everybody at this level of CS should be very, very handy on this. The plucky underdogs coming on here. Looks like the other teams, the Forzas, the Spirits of the world, they haven't done their homework. They didn't do their prep. Have VP done the same?
How much time do they have between mean, just yesterday, right?
Just yesterday. They've had 24 hours to prep, Lauren. Now, you want to hear some crazy stats coming in here?
Hit me some.
Nemiga coming into this event, right? And traditionally, Lollipop's #1, Speedak #2, Geo coming in 3rd. You've got MDS as 4th, and then Box, he's down the bottom in terms of the stats. In this situation, Geo's actually playing above. He's the 2nd highest for the team. Speedak coming in the 3rd slot. But one little thing to note, with their HLTV.org rankings, everybody is playing above their normal rating for the team. So 236 maps played. Traditionally, you got Lollipop playing at a 1.12 rating. Right now, Lollipop has a 1.21. Everybody is playing better on this Nemiga side, Lauren. Did I tell you yet?
I kind of like that.
The thing is, I hate drawing. That's boring. It's boring. Win or lose, right? Like, no one wants to play for 15-15.
To Valhalla.
Should I do it? Should I just do it for the...
Yeah, right. Do it. Battle on the Valkyries.
This is official. You don't get more official than this. Graham Pitt is the only way we could be more official.
Honestly, I really like this new jacket, Chad. Like,
it looks lovely.
I'm taking you more seriously, and I respect you more because of what you're wearing.
Thank you.
Very daddy-esque.
Well, you know, that's kind of what I'm going for.
We could say it one way, we could say it another way.
Takes the kids down to the park, you know, walking around, feeding ducks.
Yeah, ducks and stuff. I mean,
ducks.
It does look important. It does.
I'd just like these pockets.
I feel like if
Are they real pockets?
If you were going to book me, that's where
men's clothing. They're always real.
That's where the book would be, and then you'd kind of pull it out and say, all right, I need your name, you got your passport. I don't know, like an undercover KVB agent.
Okay.
KVB.
Okay. Well, they're my favorite.
Cologne tram operators. Yeah. It just sounds more sinister.
So I suppose
I don't want to bet against your Kinder.
Okay, well, don't then. Just stay in tie.
Yeah, but I hate... It's boring. It's boring.
The thing is,
why don't you go maps?
It's not even a tie, Chad. That's the thing. It's all based on the confidence. So
shut the hell up, Rush. You literally cheated, mate. Don't try and get into semantics when you've literally cheated.
Pick Nemiga. See how it goes. Chad, why don't you're hyping him up. Why don't you do the same? Let's have a go.
All right.
All right.
I can't win the game, so
well, Chad's changed his to Nemiga, and Lauren has submitted Nemiga as well. That's her words, not mine. That's her words, not mine.
Alex has done this for me.
Some of the things that are going really well for VP, right? They are on that winning streak that Dustin was talking about. It was 14, now it's 15. 15 series in a row. When you look at this event, they've only dropped one map, and that one map was to Fours, but it was Mirage. So right there, we're going into Mirage to kick things off. That's really going to set the tone. There's a couple of other things with this VP team. There's only played 42 maps with Yakinda and Buster within the roster, so that's not a lot, but they've been taking all of these steps. And of those 42 maps, they've won the lion's share. They're looking actually very, very good, and they're just getting better and better. Now, coming in today, VP, they're the favorites. They're the ones who should be taking this. They're the ones who everybody has their eyes on to take it 3-0. If Nemiga can do anything, if Nemiga can make it close, if Nemiga can take a bloody map, the Counter-Strike world will get excited, because today we've got our favorites. We're set. It's the grand final. IEM New York, CIS division. Let's get it underway.
Yeah, let's get this party started. The final day of IEM New York, the CIS Sunday, and it is Championship Sunday for Nemiga and VP. We start on Mirage, though, familiar territory. VP, of course, favored in this one. This is where Chad suggests Nemiga would start their path to an upset, and it certainly isn't out of the realms of possibility. Force and Spirit.
I'm going for Nemiga.
There it is. We got an Nemiga prediction from Loz Dog herself, and into what looks to be the first round. 3CT is going to be contesting middle, it seems. And we are off to the races.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it, and I'm committed. But Yakinda's feeling pretty good about himself. Already going to head up towards the top of mid, kick it towards underpass, and Yakinda's kept back Speedak, so no pressure, no crunch to be made. They are solid here.
Yeah, they even double up in case he was going to get overrun. VP have started this pistol off very strong. Lollipop, a shake of frustration as he walks into Sanji's P2K, but it's a bomb plant. It's something. A little light at the end of the tunnel as well. Notice Box did go a little more conservative with his buy. Or was that the 300 from the plant? Was it Box that planted? Maybe it was.
If I'm going to be completely honest with everybody at home, like completely honest. Yeah. Like if the cameras were off, you guys weren't listening on the microphone, we're on the couch, the game was on TV. VP, based off of the confidence that they have been building and the caliber of Counter-Strike that they have been playing, there have been a couple of little woes, but nothing that I truly see that should come in to form against Nemiga.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we started this off with most of us, like I think two, Stunner and what was it?
Harry,
putting confidence in Nemiga, and honestly, it's a long shot, and the only way I see it happening is a long game, which I don't think they're going to get.
Yeah, I can see potentially Harry and Trace have not done their predictions, and then production just kind of put him in for Nemiga because they didn't pick it. And the truth
I'm
here
here
is,
for fun.
Yeah. But the truth here is now there's a bit more of a competition. If Nemiga push it, you and Rush can have some argy-bargy. You know, we've got a lot going on there. But all in all, this should be a VP final. Now, whether or not it's clean in a 3-0, that's a question we need to wait and see what version of CS is being played from Nemiga. But VP, this momentum, this steam that they've been picking up, I feel that they can run with it. But check out these bloody Galils into an AXQ. They have enough utility for this.
That bomb plant is the gateway to the kingdom, isn't it? As soon as you get it, suddenly... Whoa. Oh, James had a lot of information. Yakinda, right place, wrong time.
Yeah, they're screwed here. They really need a frag from someone, and now, where does it come from? Not Kickert. He's been knocked off his horse. And only 3 CTs remain. It's Buster who can't do anything either, found by MDS. And I'm afraid this one is just an accepting of the odds. Yeah, full A execute using their util well.
And looking at what they've done, they've been able to upgrade at least one of the weapons here. See if Box can maybe get something for himself if he wants to. He does. That's Galil back in place. Obviously, the shuffle there as MDS got himself the silenced M4. So pretty happy with this. Speedak also getting the big boy M4. So yeah, lovely little piece considering the very limited amounts they had to work with.
The big boy M4. It's my favorite type of M4. As opposed to the little boy M4.
Exactly.
I have to say, is it Uzbekistan the flag for Sanji?
Yes, it is.
I check myself. Yeah, it's a very cool flag. I like the details of it.
Well, this is with these two teams, we get the most nationalities possible within the final, which is
Lollipop can speak like 5 languages. By
only
the way.
5.
Only.
I think it's like Italian. Obviously English, Russian. Like he's got some mad language ability.
You can only speak 5.
I know.
I can speak.
You can speak American, Australian,
British,
English.
Was it Belarusian, Russian, English, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian?
Woof. That's amazing. And those are some very different languages structurally. Sanji, with his fancy Uzbekistan flag, has got himself tucked in. Ready to contest if they want to swing out. It's Galil on FAMAS and good spray. Gets it and backs away. Early first blood for VP into round 3.
Very valuable to start with. Bear in mind, Sanji was one who did have that rifle coming in. He's already dropped that over to Buster, taking just a touch of damage. But he's like, no, we're going to be
he wants
smart about this.
It makes sense. Keep the weapon short. Sanji's got the util for apps. It's all checks and balances. It's on the abacus. It does check out. Now, Speedak with an M4. He's got a lot of firepower up against these limited CTs, and bye-bye, Buster. Great shot from Speedak. Starting to level the odds and leaning towards that mid pincer. Bomb's way back at top mid, so okay. Yakinda holding the palace push for now. Speedak working on connector. It has been re-smoked by the CTs, though, and they start to gather their resources for an A-tech. They've got 2 smokes. Won't be perfect. Kickert's pushed up. Jame holding the ramp as best he can. Kickert just flirting with the ladder for info. He likely gets mollied here.
A now.
Sure, but Lollipop, spots the bottom of Yakinda and actually doesn't use his molly for Kickert's position. Yakinda's burning, though, and just about gets away from Speedak's peak. Takes the fight. Ooh. Lollipop wins it. 4 versus 3 now. Kickert needs a hero dig, but they're hitting every shot, and Kickert can't make it up. Nemiga, level the odds and convert the round.
Yeah, and that's them breaking serve here. So VP will have to take a save going into round number 4, and that's great stuff. Getting Lollipop activated early. He is the biggest fragger on this squad, statistically speaking. Speedak will be the man you want to look for with the AWP, but here making that M4 sing. And then Geo, the 3rd component of the fragging unit for Nemiga. Following that down, you have MDS and Box. And the more of the supportive elements here today. And we can see the pistols coming out towards middle. They trundle. 4 players jumping on down towards underpass 3 make it. Buster staying towards window and over towards Palace will be Jame. He has that P250 and Box gets caught out. So that's a bad death, but this is a good mop up. MDS deals with 2, make it 3. And that should be the round done.
Oh, you love that. If you're MDS, you can't believe your luck. And that is brave from Lollipop. Just as the molly fades, Buster's finished off by MDS, and he'll take that stat pad any day of the week. 3 of them. He couldn't believe his luck as he turned the corner.
That money's looking pretty nice for the T's as well already. Sitting towards the top end of 7K, almost breaking into 8. Geo and Speedak already up there. So yeah, Box can reinvest, but everyone else, they've still got those old Galils.
Like watch Speedak. I mean, he's had that M4 since round 2.
Yeah, he might just stay with it here. If they want to go for something a bit more pacey, Nemiga, they can opt to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying he's now like for the rest of this half already set up. He's got those AWP buys, at least 2 before they break them.
Well, Sanji's already has his MP9 out, so we've solved the problem.
He's got a full buy.
For Sanji. All right, well, Yakinda, what can you deliver, my friend? The other day versus Na'Vi on the T side, you were the closing factor.
Yeah, I do hope he has a good final here, albeit, you know, his first Tier 1 final for his region.
If anything, I think we've realized that the CIS region does have a good couple of contenders, whether it be just down to the good individuals or not, it doesn't seem to matter. There are teams just maybe under the Na'Vi cusp, sure, but they are looking pretty deadly considering Na'Vi aren't here.
I think Buster heard steps, that panic from the flash mid. He's now on high alert. They deep molly for this fight, so there's no assistance available. Needs more. Buster's under scrutiny. Dropping his smoke, tucks in. Box is bringing the bomb in. If he goes down, it's a problem. Down to 7. But they live to tell the tale. 50 seconds and they're wrapping B.
Look how many CTs there are here. Already 3 pretty much posted close by, and James one of them. Isolates the first, Box is dead. Trade not there, and Yakinda in support. This is great play from VP.
Yeah, I don't know if Lollipop can dig himself out now. With the bomb on site, Kick can rotate comfortably. Speedax hoping for an overextension. Yakinda is the one that could potentially give it. Oh, just a jiggle, and commits to the spray. So this will be VP finding their second and closing that gap. Sanji taking the fight with the MP9 has yet to finish the job. It's Lollipop retreating. But taking all of these weapons away is important, as well as recovering your own. You can see that Kikut's upgraded to a nice M4. Any fragging Lollipop could find, and Yakinda hits the necessary head. 3 frags for him in that one. We're just referencing his first performance in a final such as today. And looks like today is the day Mezzi heads off to Serbia as well. A little update on the Cloud9 CSGO project. They are boot camping ahead of the Flashpoint event, and all starting to gather in Serbia for said boot camp. So I saw Alex take to Twitter saying he's forgotten how Pro CS feels. Going to be interesting to see how they fare.
Yeah, they're all probably chomping at the bit to get back underway. The only one who's been playing has been Esatag, and he just got knocked out yesterday against Heroics. So curious to see how that one goes on down. But Lollipop, he's just taken James. So that was a ramp. Yeah, must have been. That's a big frag. Lollipop, huge entry.
Confident entry.
Buster taking a big chance here, and he actually hits the spray. A quick reaction, 180, and he's managed to get away. This is a risk from Yakinda. Cost him his life.
This round's looking very, very dicey for VP now. It is a 2-on-4, low HP for Buster and MDS respectively. The bomb is down, but B's open, and look at this. That's where they're going, clearing out.
Taking a lot of space.
Speedax got this covered off. Buster can't swing into that line. And if Geo just continues to be silent and then clears out the site, the bomb comes on through, you're actually better off making noise in the B apartments because you already have site control. You want them to rotate in. This might already be the save call from VP. Not the way you want to be kicking things off here. There's Buster. He was just looking for info. He's been deaded. Bomb will go down. Save call will come through. So this one will just taper out. Now, the money situation, not ideal for that of VP. They want to save that AWP, and they can throw that across to James. Sanji will be able to buy something up in the next round. James can drop something, and they might be able to get a serviceable gun round in play for round number 7. But Nemiga, it just feels like Lollipop took a duel, Buster tried to trade, and that was about all she wrote. There wasn't a lot of excitement within that round, just simple stuff. Losing map advantage, map control, and round number 4 on the board. So good stuff here from Nemiga, continuing to impress.
I'd love to get those guns away, but tucked away in Palace, not going to get anywhere near.
So we have to, I didn't clip that thing, Alex. I might do it now. We have to show the people at home.
That was so weird.
We have to show the people at home. We were playing a game, Lauren, I think you heard.
He's out of the map.
There was a guy, no joke, who disconnected in our ESCA pug, and then he came back, and he was legitimately out of the map. Like, he was shooting Alex from, like, the water in yard. Because I caught it.
Very peculiar.
I'm downloading the demo right now.
That's strange.
Alex, you had 8 AWP kills that game, and that was 89% of the team's AWP kills.
Well, what can I say? I'm the Clawper, the Clan AWPer. It's a triple nade towards the con. I want to make it feel like mid-presence and then quickly head back to A, it seems. Okay. Makes sense. A flash, though. Kikut wants to take and deny that ramp presence. He's yet to duel out with Lollipop. He might re-peek in. That's left eye. And Lollipop again with the opening frags. Reliable, it seems. Flash is over. James forced off the line. They're using their util over mid and A, but they aren't finishing there.
Yeah, Yakinda's playing spoiler to all of this. If he doesn't see a single thing move over by Tetris, especially with Buster now doing this, they're going to consider this is all but a ruse. So those rotations hold for a second, but the T's do get time to still work with this.
Oh, Sanji, he has not broken the sound. Yakinda's holding the very tight line. That's strong. Gets Palace, confirms that they were looking to work A, and they're out jungle. James confirms that is a vulnerability, and he's tucked in for the frag onto box on the cross. Hard shot, bomb potentially going down here. Yakinda can't contest from ramp, and bomb planted. They're playing it from connector. It's an interesting afterplant here.
He's got a time limit though, Box. He has to fight because he knows that you're going to have your Yakinda around the back. And the flash is excellent. He's going to chase it down. He almost converts on the second. That was a boatload of damage just thrown towards them. Buster and Yakinda now left in a 2v2, but now playing back into this. They know where they are. Speedak is wanting to fight this. Yeah,
baited the shot nicely. MDS trades. It's all on to Buster, and he's so down low. It's saved by MDS. Triple kill on the afterplant. Scavengers an AWP for his troubles. And damn, Nemiga, where'd you find this? They got cash for days. They got rounds as well. It's a tactical timeout, US Air Force tactical timeout called by VP to kind of get their thoughts in order.
Yeah, just a bit of a slow start for them. Look at James, 1 ADR. Is that right, Rush?
Let me do a quick check here.
Yeah, put it in the algorithm.
Calculating. Yes, that is correct. That is indeed correct.
Okay, how does that make you feel, Rush? You picked VP.
Not very good right now, but it's still early. We have a lot more maps to go, so I think they can ramp up and give us some fight here.
All right, I like your confidence there, Rushley.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, this might actually be your round, if you want to take
really?
it. Because we know that in your rider now, you're requesting only grand finals and...
Yeah, you know, it's like my third grand final cast,
Did they get the, Voss water and everything else?
Yeah, well, he has his own private green room. I know that you and Alex aren't allowed in there.
No.
I'm getting a foot massage right now. It's pretty nice, but...
Got a bubbler on.
MC, you can take it away and get this round underway. We do have a Zeus. Big fan of the Zeus. Powerful weapon. The range on that thing is crazy. People don't realize. But it looks like they're storming out ARAM. Yakinda on the side. With the Deagle, we've seen Yakinda do some crazy stuff with this thing in the past, so let's see what he can do. Not much, sadly. It looks like this might peter out. The Zeus still in play. James, he wants it, man. He knows he's going to get one. And he gets the Zeus, so that's nice.
He gets a Mac 10 for it.
A little Mac 10. I'm sure he was hoping for an AK or even an AWP. That would have been the best, but Lollipop, that's a nice spot. Deep in CT. Securing the control, securing the round. That's 2-6 to Nemiga.
I hope they change it up for on Rush's Liquipedia page to say casted grand final. Yeah.
Commentator, yeah.
I hope
it makes sense.
Well, definitely so. Now, VP, they need to start showing a bit of fight here. We're 6-2 down. Already 8 rounds of play gone as the grand final here today is trucking along, and this is seeming very easy so far for Nemiga. There's a little bit of sweating going on at a retake, but Yakinda whiffing his shots made life a little bit easier for Nemiga, and now they will be going up against the AWP of James once more. Rifles and utility. VP are looking hot to trot. James thinks better of pushing that smoke. Will drop out some of his own nades. And Lollipop on entry duty again, just solo. How many can he get?
Ooh.
None.
None this time.
None's the answer.
Yeah, they had to throw 3 players at it, though. 2 towards ramp, 1 posted up by Palace. It's a lot of presence. Obviously, he doesn't know that. He saw very little through the smoke. Just Yakinda's presence was noted, obviously, as he was the one who got the kill.
Oh, where's Sanji going? He's just given away a free death right there. So they had the number advantage. He went searching for info. Head gets lopped on off. Still a minute left on the clock here. And now Nemiga can retool for a 4-on-4 scenario. Back towards B they go. Plenty of utility for a B execute. Molotov for Van. Smokes for the windows. And James on an island. Look at this. Radar top left. James on the B site with an AWP. He misses a shot. He's going to be overrun here.
They have been baited hook, line, and sinker and to be so paranoid about A that they've, as I said, Liff, James all on his own. Now he's done well on the first. Excellent on the second. He still needs more and he gets more.
Oh, wow.
This is great from James. Everything looked lost and he's kept it so well together.
Yeah, Speedak's no slouch though. He's got a shot. It's a minimal one. If he gets a no-scope, he could find another. Kickett's tucked in on the kitchen, looking to cook up trouble. Buster on the flank, it's pushed up and so. 6-3. VP needed that, and thank you, James. Delivers a necessary round early after the timeout.
He had to do that, right? If James went down without a kill or only a 1-for-1, that site would have been given up. The utility was good on Nemiga. They could have isolated the rotations coming through, and maybe, just maybe, it would have been another save from VP. But this is some fantastic work, and James is the highest rated player in the server today. Going into the grand final, we had obviously individuals like Nia from Spirit or Axial from Gambit Youngsters, but they've all fallen at the wayside. James is the last man standing as far as the stats are concerned. Speedak finding Yakinda, searching for a frag, trying to force an opening. He's gone down.
Another fight towards ramp. Kicker pick it from Lollipop. Lollipop wins it again.
1v1s. Just 1v1s.
He's been winning them out. You look towards Palace, he's been winning a couple of those. He's been playing brilliantly towards Ramp. This guy has got quite the affinity for making A big problem.
I'm just really perplexed on why VP continue to take these individual duels. Sure, before they were able to, maul some of their opponents, but I felt that there was a bigger element of teamwork. Remember the Palace pushes they were doing against Flamey? That was always as a duo. It was never alone. Here, Yikinda up mid, alone. Pushing Ramp, kick it, needed info, alone. Teamwork for VP, not on point here.
Smokes, Molly's
save already,
short. Yeah, they're out. There's nothing.
This is such a slow pace today. Like, there's no brawliness from VP, or if there is, they're not winning their fights. Nemiga are just keeping cool. They're never getting flustered. They're never running or overcommitting into situations. Right now, they're playing like the favorite.
Yeah,
they are.
I'm amazed that they're winning these rounds with just like 1 or 2 picks. And obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot. But you see 1 pick on Ramp, and suddenly it's kind of looking done for.
Yeah, there's no bounce back. So VP needs to probably take a timeout and just discuss through some of their intentions here. Communication might be a bit flat. Maybe some nerves are in play. Maybe they're just like, we just play our default game. But there needs to be a little bit more inspiration, because Nemiga right now, they're running away with this. 7-3 up.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we anticipated, in the sense of it's Mirage. Nemiga, they have worked through this map to a T. And on the T side are making VP look a little foolish. Good defaults, lots of mixed messages. It's very hard for the CT side to pinpoint as to where their resources should be channeled. And so if Nemiga can maintain this pace, they're set for a first in this best of 5. But that is an if. We saw what happened when Jane comes online, and there's many more candidates on the VP roster that have the capabilities. But you can see their intentions. They want to leave middle. They would rather stack the sites, not break that push. And there's Lollipop dealing with some more aggression. He's so low. Oh. He gets away with murder. Lollipop on the retreat. MDS in the smoke could be found. Yikinda's on a little look around. There's 2 there. Paranoid about Ramp as well, though, and understandably so. They've been all over the map at this point. A default, though. Bit of a spread. No one on A. No one pushing for that info either from the CT side. And speaking of pushing for info, James could get a nasty surprise if he continues to round this corner. It's Box. Ready to strafe out into the Orpa's line of fire.
So much pressure on Yikinda here, just on his own. Rotation from windows come on through, so Kick It is close by. They've left James solo towards the B side of the map once again. Can he do it again?
Has Kick It broken the thing behind him, or has he come through A? They'll find out. Yikinda just jumps into MDS. That's a problem. 5v3 now.
They're winning all the duels.
They're keeping them present on A from this.
They're going B. James rotated. This round's over. They are getting flatlined here. VP are getting wrecked.
This is the game that I thought we were going to see maybe Na'Vi against Virtus.pro, but it'd be Na'Vi as Nemiga right now.
Yeah, sure.
It looks too easy. It looks like they're just molding them however they want to.
This is very, very odd stuff to kick off today. So VP going to be down 8-3. Looking to hold on to the AWP for Jame once more, but eventually they need to get some fight. Jame will hold on to it, but he needs to tuck away. Second player coming, Box goes down. 15 HP they can chase. They have enough residual cash right here in Nemiga. They want to take this AWP away. Jame, how many more can he find? Lollipop through spawn goes down. That's the 3rd for Jame, 5 HP. He's getting whittled down bullet at a time.
Oh, damn.
3 HP.
Down to 3 from a nade over Ramp.
Can they tickle him anymore?
It is Jame
Throw
time.
A flash at his head.
He's managed to get 3 on the save. He might even get a 4th. I don't know. Gio has gone wide.
Ooh.
He gets it. Jame, the master of the art form that is saving. He's done it again. He gets 4 kills in the round. It is a round loss. And they've got so much cash to splash. If anything, it's just for pride and for stat padding. And this is the frag. Lollipop gets away, and then MDS gets a triple kill. Look at the second. The 3rd impressive as well. Really neat, tidy stuff. They were going B throughout that.
I don't know what to really say about this game. The most valuable James Bin has been after the time has gone.
Yeah, he's getting kills, but they're not impact kills.
There are 0 impact to those kills.
Oh, no. And look at how strung out the rounds are, right?
Add into account, in my mind, a pistol round's great, but it's almost a standalone.
Sure.
Because they didn't get the run on, they didn't get the additionals. So 1 out of their 3 rounds. Oh, and the other one was Jame, hitting that mad stuff on towards B. So it's like, these aren't repeatable rounds.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't love this.
No, this is...
Well, I do, because I'm you know, obviously supporting Nemiga.
The game can warm up, right? VP, it is as we mentioned, you know, a marathon, not a sprint here. And when you look at a matchup like this today, VP are still the favorites regardless of this start. We move into Dust 2 next, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Mirage still have a lot of rounds of Counter-Strike played. We still are only in the first half here. It's round 12. Guns are back out. Sanji onto a Deagle. Famous for kick it. A double AWP. Buster's picked one up as well, thinking they might need to warm themselves up with the big greens. Yakinda towards middle. Damage done. Box down to 67. Yakinda on 65. So both copping a bit of flack within the early stages of this round. Flash towards connector. And Yakinda goes down. No trade potential. Completely isolated on his own. MDS is having an absolute banger of a game, especially over towards this middle position. And now, once more, VP have to search for info or go for a gamble stack. So you can see close towards the ramp. That's going to be Jame posted up with the AWP. You've got now searching towards middle. Buster coming through catwalk. Sanji can pick from window and swing off of this, but they need to get trades. They can't keep getting isolated. And MDS is looking for more. Boosted on up, only with the Deagle. Vent not broken. Dink on through. Now there could be some problems, but B is kind of open right now, and James missed.
Oh, Lollipop's on there. Look at him hunting, rabid for it. Gets Jame down, and Lollipop considered going for more then. Kickert's on the other side. You can't... I say you can't do that. Do what you bloody want. Just been weirdly working. That's the bomb. Buster had pushed up and caught the bomb, and now there's problems. The last teaser kind of split apart. So you got one on towards A side and the other coming up short, and you're right. Sanji, I feel like he's considered it, but it's one thing to consider. It's the second to execute when he loses it. Sanji's dead, and now suddenly there's problems. But it's 25 seconds. Yeah. There isn't much time now.
There's a real issue if Buster doesn't go down. Oh no, Lollipop! Playing with his food. He's got 19 seconds and the bomb to run.
B, I think
he can make it. It's going to be so damn close. I don't even know. I think he's got no time.
He's searching. He's not going for the round.
He's just lost the round like that.
He thought Kickert may have been playing the bomb.
Close, but no cigar. No time, and so VP will get this one, but by the grace of the gods, by the grace of the clock. One-on-one. Kickert might kill him after.
Oh, no. How? He just Glock dueled against Kickert from that range.
Yep.
Oh, this is they win the round. Sure, VP get 4, but they lose all their guns. They have to completely reinvest.
Oh.
This is some nightmare fuel right here. That means they lost both of the AWPs, which was very instrumental into that round win right there. And have to reinvest on all 5 members. So the claps from Kickert, they do win the round. Now, we saw them come back from a 10-5 deficit on their CT half of Inferno against Na'Vi just yesterday. So maybe they're used to not getting too many on the CT side. But their Mirage T-half was a little bit worrisome. Once the double orbs came out from Na'Vi, plain and simple were having their way with them, but Buster this time onto Lollipop. The entry factor for Nemiga taken out. And we have a early 5v4 advantage for VP. It feels odd saying that.
And this is a very early hit towards B. They're sticking this. They're trying to land it. Okay, Sanji's dead, but there's a player. Buster. That's almost unforgivable. Yakinda's going to have to do some heavy lifting, and he's done it.
That's huge.
Stunning work from Yakinda.
And Gio has a lot of work to do. He's counting on Speedak for an opening, and over the smoke, he's lost it. Bomb loose, just Speedak now. A 1 versus 3 for the 5th for Virtus.pro. There's only one more Frank to overcome, but it is Speedak. He patrols, he's making lots of noise. He's been spotted, anticipating a push. They disappear, dancing. Now, it's a lethal one. 8-5, VP find it, and finding it more cleanly than they have in previous times. Credit to Yakinda.
All right, well, they're back on now. Yeah, so 8-7 at the half. It's just looking VP like normal. The double orbs are back out to play. Sanji with his favorite gun. Is Sanji even rocking a souvenir MP9? I hope he is. I really hope he is. We're waiting to see here the MP9 reveal.
It's on the chest.
Come on, bring it out. Oh, it's a plain boy. Okay. Never mind, he's just rocking the most default you can. So we might need to hook Sanji up if he's going to be rocking that MP9 all the time. Money now whittled down for Nemiga. Looks like an A execute's coming on through. Kickert needs to deliver.
They did this last time and it worked very well for the tees, but that was off the back of some individuals like Lollipop doing very well. However, this time, Kickert, Yakinda, they hold it. They're not going to be caught off guard by this. Kickert, lovely. That's exactly what you wanted. It wasn't too smooth, but the flash made it a lot easier towards box. And Speedak and Lollipop, nothing is getting done.
They might even be thinking of saving right now, but there's so much time on the clock to hunt them on down. The rotation's coming through. Buster's locked them in to spawn, even takes down Lollipop. Speedak's time is done as well. How many can he get here? This is a 1-on-5, and if they continue to push him like Kickert just did, then maybe he could make a round of this. But all in all, it should only be a matter of time, and it is to Jame over the top onto Speedak. AWP headshot looking good, and 6 on the board for VP. So troubles early, and they've quickly righted this ship. Righted. Doesn't feel that wrong, but I know it probably is. It's like hanged. You know, you don't think hanged is correct, but it is.
It does feel weird, yeah.
Yeah.
One more round of the first half, the first map of our best of 5. Let's see, did the double AWPs pay off? We've got Buster bringing that one out towards middle. And it seems like a coordinated A hit's on the cards with 5 Ts leaning that way. Box is going to be the first one in. Mac 10s, Tech 9s, Deagles, and Jay missing his first. Won't get a second chance because Box has opened up onto Kick It. Buster low as well, surely not like this. Yakinda's trying to deal with a lot, and with the smoke still up, he can't do too much. Nade looks promising, they're boosting, and this could work. They're trying to back up out the site as well, planting default full ramp. Boosting up in the smoke, could catch one off guard, but Buster was ready for it, and the retake's on.
Retaking with 2 AWPs, though, isn't going to be easy, and MDS has made it harder. Buster's now dead. You can see them actively looking for kills towards Connector. Geo going to be looking towards where Yakinda might eventually appear. Needs that, doesn't get it. Nicely done on the retake, VP.
He did that. 8-7, though. Closing the gap. Nemiga's T-side has paid off. A huge haul. And they win it. 8-7. Close as can be. Nemiga VP comes back after the break.
Shadows, I've come to make a name, ready for battle, cause I got a thing to claim, think that I'll crumble, I'll show you a mistake, where you see me coming, better run for cover, cause I'm not soaring down, I'm never going under, I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. Smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet, forget all of my fears, cause I know my destiny, I feel a champion, waking inside of me. It's emotion, the legends feel good, this is my moment, can't break my focus, know where I'm going, this is my moment. Just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up
8-7, Virtus.pro and Nemiga, and you can see it's good smiles, it's good vibes for Nemiga. They're living this luxury life, not only boot camping and having a good time, the brothership brews. Not only that, they're doing it against VP, a team that have had no issues, quite the spree, a slew of unscathed series. Now into the grand finals, Virtus.pro already staring down the barrel of a very close half. They're heading into the attack now. Let's see if VP's T-side can return some faith.
We had some problems here yesterday, closing out against Na'Vi, but it is a different squad, and maybe VP have found some aggression and some confidence with that string of rounds to close out this map, or the first half at least. MDS 18 kills. He was an absolute phenomenon within that first half.
He's still got 4 CTs, eh? Dicket's been very loud about his presence apps.
Were they trying to show the bomb?
I don't know. I think they were hoping it would get spotted, but they're about to return to an A stack. They have no idea. But they're actually through a couple of steps B and then regrouping. Hey, they're walking straight into Nemiga's pistol stack. 4 members ready for this take, and maybe now, just as they prepare, this aggression starts to come in. Spotted and executed. Now gets awkward. Bomb spotted ramp as well. Geo baited in. They will pre-fire it, but that's a quick shot from Kickert. He needed both, and he gets them both. Jame onto box. Problems now for the CTs. Only 2. And both spotted. Yeah, this can just whittle away at Lollipop on CT. And he's trying to hit one shot into Sanji. Doesn't want to give it to him, but he takes it by force. Great shooting. Lollipop's not out of this one yet. He's keeping Kickert and Buster both busy. And then he's finished off in the end. Kickert with a triple kill to make that T-pistol theirs.
Good round from Kickert there. He was a little bit quiet in their earlier games, especially against Na'Vi just yesterday. And he's one of these members of the star trio, at least the previous star trio of VP, which was Jame, Buster, and Kickert. Those 3 very, very handy as a trio. Bringing your Kinder in adds an extra layer of firepower. Obviously, less kills to go around.
True.
But, impact still to be found, and that is an impact round there from Kickert nonetheless. Now, the force buy from Nemiga. We can see what they're working with. Box onto the scout. We've got an MP9 for Lollipop, Deagles for the remaining 3. Smoke grenades here to try and corral VP into some choke points. But the flash on over, Kickert wants to see if he can continue the entry fragging over towards ramp. But meanwhile, Buster's done exactly that towards short. First blood goes to VP in round number 17, and Lollipop wants some info.
Yeah, Lollipop's going to get a lot of room, and Kickert is watching the back, maybe aware after that last ramp presence. They seem to like getting pushy, or maybe a tendency that they are previously been made aware of. There's no real hurry for VP right now. Kickert's going to get a surprise right about now. Takes a bit of damage, down to half, but he gets the frag, keeps all that utility, keeps the rifle up, and then keeps that kind of idea of where these T's are going a little curious.
Executed.
Buster, beautiful work. This is nice. No threats to be found with these small upgrades. The Scout, the Deagle, nothing really finding placement here.
Yeah, looking much cleaner now as Sanji. He takes Speedak out as well. It's just Box to hold on to this Scout, and the only real damage to note is Kickert, who did lose a little lick to that push from Lollipop, but now Box, can he hold on to this? They don't really even need to chase. A Scout on a map like Mirage, sure, it can be dangerous if you pop out Connect, you get a tag, you move back to Ticket, you get another tag, you get a couple of pistols tucked in towards the site. We could start spinning a yarn, but I don't think too much can be done for old Boxy boy. 4 kills, 4 assists. The lowest rated player statistically for Nemiga. Just a matter of holding on to this now, and footsteps have been heard around him. Sanji wants it. Sanji's going to get it. Another kill for Sanji. That's 2 within the rounds. 1,200 smackaroos, thanks to his SMG of choice. I'd say he plays more. You know how we check in AWPers and we have a look at like AWPers frag distributions? Yeah. I'm going to actually check out Sanji's and see how close his SMG kills are to his rifle kills.
That's a good one.
It really does feel like this kid, more often than not, is having to be serviceable with an SMG. Yeah. Now, if you can make it work, that's great.
I mean, it's almost a necessity with the current state of the economy. When you're having a tough game, you need one player that's got an affinity for it and can contribute for more or with less. 3 of them up mid. No one contesting. It seems like Nemiga are happy to give middle over to VP, and they're taking liberties. They know they're getting this for free. You can see they're much more swift.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter where VP finish right now. The fact that it's not a 5-man stack and we're not working with any nades, there's no deagles. The P250s, the CZ, they can still be very potent. They can still get you a kill, but should be immediately traded. It's really just a matter of where VP want to finish, and they're just being thorough. They're flashing through. They're making sure they're taking information. Mid control. Normally, you would be a little bit scared against Nico with mid control because you get pincered from so many angles, but lucky for them, it is passive towards the sights, tucked on in towards the balcony, and on top, Buster finds Box. Buster finds Lollipop. And that should be the... Oh,
that's fine.
Did he mean to do that?
I don't know, but it looked good.
That looked really cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've got these stats up for Sanji, and I've just filtered it down to 2020 alone, so we'll just look at more recent. His highest is the AK-47, 905. Coming in next at number 2 is the M4, 532. Coming in at number 3 for Sanji is the Deagle at 145. But in at number 4 is the trusty MP9 with 131 kills. So very high up in his frag distribution there, Sanji, with the MP9. Takes a big slice of the pie on the old pie chart.
Good fragging from Buster. Kick at motivating them. They're starting this half as they mean to go on. It's 3 in a row from VP. Fans calling in. You can join it at iem.gg/fancam. And as the utility is exchanged, Box readies himself for early presence in middle. Previously not contesting it, but now with the rifles, they got SpeedEck having a look. And a run boost, well executed, getting Yakinda across. We saw a couple of early deaths for him when setting that up in their previous series.
Just a reminder of how good Yakinda was at punishing middle consistently, beating Electronic at one of the better positions he plays in. So wondering if we even need that level from Yakinda here, because it looks like so far VP are pretty much onto task. Box already starting to get a little curious, and there is still 2 lingering around. Bear in mind, Sanji is towards that underpass. Attention drawn. Oh, and yeah, while all this happens, A-piece instantly set into motion.
Yeah, this is tough. Lollipop's got a lot of work to do. Sanji finding Box's M4 and it hurts him. 5v4 into the site now. Lollipop hiding in the smoke. He's desperately trying to use it for an advantage in the peak and off the flash. It's great. Another frag found. Buster and Yakinda refusing to quit though. They've equalized. A quick flurry of frags. It's Yakinda caught by Gio. And now into the what could be a tough bomb plant. It's currently ghost bombing. It is Buster that has it.
They have to fight here. They can't go for this.
Yeah, no flash. This is no fun. And that's the frag they were waiting for. Nemiga should have 9 here. It's 10-9. First map of the best of 5. Needed that.
So it's a bit of a bonus situation for VP going there. You could see a couple of MAC-10s carried on through, and now they can bring out the AK-47s. If they can neutralize Yakinda's mid-presence in a lot of these rounds, we know that he's been a nuisance in the past and in recent history against some other opponents, against some bigger names than RVs of the world, then Nemiga could be battling back into this one. The game did start looking very one-sided, but VP have still got the lead. How long can they hold on to it? Round number 20 about to get underway, Jame, with the signature AWP, mid-utility once more. And, well, there you go. There you see Yakinda and Jame, that combo, the biggest fragging forces. And, oh, the opening, it was looking so good, but Box denies it.
Box hasn't had a big performance, but those flashes that set into motion the previous round, and this kill is kept Virtus.pro from the door. This is lovely work from Lollipop. The classic flashes sent in from SpeedEck, isolating 2, leaves just Yakinda, and you know where he is. Already getting that first kill in towards Gio. Yakinda now looking for a whole lot more. The bomb's down by Ramp. He's got almost no avenue into this. That could help though. SpeedEck the first on the way. A minute still to play. Are we feeding today? That got a little sketchy. No trade was there because the molly came in. That could have been a lot worse.
It might just be one of these situations where Nemiga have had the discussion and said, look, we really don't have anything to lose here. We're coming in as such underdogs. We've already taken down the likes of Spirit and Fours within this run. We may as well just fight. May as well be a bit biffy. See what they're able to pull on off. And, well, that's the 10th round. So things are starting to look good again for Nemiga. Buy again for VP. This time no op for Jame. It'll be 4 AK-47s and Sanji down to that Deagle. You got Buster leading the charge here with 17 kills. On the other side of things, it's MDS with 20. And there's the biggest fraggers as we get back underway. Standard mid-utility. Smoke towards top mid. Yakinda uses that to pop on through. Smoke towards window, and now he wants to play around this connector smoke. And Box is on the other side. Spam on through, knows that somebody's home. Yakinda has a lot of angles to worry about once this window smoke starts to clear. So opts to... Oh, is he going to re-smoke himself? Someone will do it for him. Going out towards connector now. They put a smoke down their own and molly to clear. Seeing what damage they can do. As this CT smoke starts to fade, Yikinda will be able to walk on in and still have their own smoke up to guys. Any peering eyes from the A site, but Lollipop now under pressure towards ramp. So just a standard default. VP applying pressure all across the map here. B, A ramp, halls, connector, everything.
But look how little they have to play with, though. Once you get past the AKs, which obviously are great, you still have the Deagle with Sanji and then one smoke left with Yikinda and the bombs at spawn.
Yeah, I don't like the puzzle they've presented themselves with.
The thing is here that it's a bit constricting. Because of so much time on the clock, you can see how antsy Nemiga are getting. Lollipop has to push. And he gets the kill.
He gets it. That's a big frag. Buster and, well, only Buster, deciding that he's not done with the round. He's walked in, and James could catch Box. He's been given a new lease of life, though. Compelled forwards, James does find him in the end. So a 4v2 and bomb down courtesy of Sanji. James going back around the world to the T-spawn entrance point. Maybe Gio wants to just save this. I think it may be better in the grand scheme. What is it? Well, loss bonus, 1900. Yeah, this is not fun for anyone. Doesn't pull the trigger, but Yikinda will find him. And even MDS's hunt goes awry. So everybody goes down. A full wipe of Nemiga, and they're going to be forced into an eco. He says with bated breath.
I would be very unlikely they force by here. Well, unless Speedak wants to go for a hero warp.
I've seen the CIS hero warp.
It's just, it's one of those things where it's like, how desperate are they? It's map 1 of a best of 5.
Take your time.
If they feel like they have to get it done in 3, because then we move into Vertigo and Overpass as the final 2 maps of the series here, then maybe they would want to go for something more aggressive, but that's not the case. They've just opted into a couple of upgraded pistols, 2 Deagles, 2 P250s, 2 HEs, and both of those have been lobbed on through already. Not really any damage to write home about, as Yikinda will still make his way towards the mid box. Speedak, has his position been noted? If it has, this smoke that he's trying to use as a one-way eventually will fade and he'll eventually fall. But before that happens, he goes down and Buster out Palace again. So a clean round from VP, looking good. MDS last man standing. Bomb should go down any moment, even though it is in T-spawn. But
any moment now.
Should be 12-10. Has the pace of this game, it seems very individual at the moment. There have been executes, there have been set pieces, but a lot of the duels we're missing because they're all lurking out individually, and it's not seeming like it has too much rhyme or reason. Like Buster just lurking out Palace there and going for fights. Maybe it's just we know we're versus an eco, so we want to go for kills. But you can see there's no like crazy trade potential, especially for VP and that first stuff on their CT side. They were pushing ramp on their own, they were pushing mid on their own. It's more coordinated now, and it feels like they've got their aim under their feet. Now it's a matter of can Nemiga bounce back into this game. They will be able to purchase going into the next round of play. AWP will be out. Do they opt for a double AWP setup? Do they think maybe if they can poke and prod in 2 areas of the map and find an opening or 2, that might be the change-up required? Because I was looking at the stat lines for Nemiga coming into today's final, and within the realms of this tournament, so 12 teams in total, obviously 6 within each group. They're 5 group stage matches plus their 2 playoff matches, the quarter and the semi-final. The only stat line that sticks out for me is their conversion was second highest regarding 5v4s. So when they get the opening kill, it feels like they are good at converting those rounds, but opening kills, you know, all those other stat lines, they were just middling of the pack. It wasn't anything crazy. I think it's just standout performances, right? I mentioned the likes of Speedak. He had 2 very good games. I've got the numbers down here. In the playoffs, he had a 26 kill game against Spirit on Nuke, and he had a 27 kill game against Fours on Nuke as well. Now here you see MDS with a 20 kill game. He's clearly standing out with the likes of Lollipop. So if they have one more individual step up, maybe they're onto something.
It's pretty top heavy though.
It is.
It's pretty quick from Yikinda in middle. Got himself into the smoke. Flash for Gio, and Yikinda's waiting for the aggression.
So slow, such a slow pace. No one biffing and brawling, just waiting. Vent room given again. Gio making noise, smoke heard. That's a re-smoke for connector, but they already have vent room. I don't even know if they have any idea they already have vent room.
No, I think he's actually managed to get fully set up, slipping the net. There's 3 were leaning B. They drop a smoke and start stacking back towards the A side. James could be caught here. It's a chance for Box, but only his arm visible. And he slips away. Concedes connector on the reload. James taking that space by force. I think they want to go B. MDS thinks so too. He's been spotted though. Doesn't go down. Yikinda hitting the shot, sees the rotate, and trying to pivot back. Buster's found as well. Perfect round from Nemiga, and Yekinda doesn't go down without a fight. Traded by Kickit, but he is fallen a 4v2. And with the bomb on Kickit's back and 3 CTs hunting for his info, he's just going to dump his util and try and get into B.
He's made it up short at least.
Yeah, MDS confirms it. Sanji spots him, and hard shots to be hit here. MDS knows time is his best friend. 20 seconds, Kickit yet to cross. Box on the flank, and MDS still having a game, and a big game at that. Yeah, he's got 21 frags as MDS. He had a T-side, and now showing up here on the defense as well. A crucial round, and time for another buy round.
Yeah, well, we've had Speedak crack the double digits now as well. We just need Geo and the likes of Box to catch on up. 7 and 6 kills for those two. Here was Speedak taking Jame out from the window position, and MDS doing a great job over towards the site. Pressure was coming. They did have the number advantage. All he had to do was not over peak, and you can see them getting pumped on up. We spoke about the fact that Nemiga are boot camping, and they're one of the few teams, I think, along with Gambit, who have been doing so throughout this CIS RMR event. Now, Geo's aggressive middle. He wants to take a fight here. There's 3 on the other side. Jame just messing around with the bomb. Bullets through. Not going to tag on Geo, but this is going to be a matter of time. He's going to get the kill. Nice. Huge. He can get away.
Oh, I think he does now. That would have been a lot of utility just gone, but Box is double dipping. He's walking up mid now. Okay, we want to see maybe a change of pace, and we could potentially be seeing one if this is going to be Nemiga forcing the fights. And I'm a bit worried about Box being there, considering Underpass, I don't think he's being actively watched, so could be a problem. He's keeping eyes on it now. Speedak misses the cross, and Box is killed.
Run boost.
Yep, run boost was perfect, and the shot that follows is even better. Mid is theirs.
Still no full commitment. Lollipop could stop this right here.
And he thinks, well, finally, Kicker wins a duel versus Lollipop. It's been a long time coming. Needed that one. MDS has rotated through, and I'm afraid unless he gets a quick double here, he might just have to accept the save. Looks like he's doing the latter. Doesn't even choose to contest. So they'll get the bomb down, and VP pursuing the 13th. Just a question of saving again. But yeah, a very slow pace to start us off here. MDS could and would have a duel. Sanji goes down.
Money's okay on the side of VP, so Sanji's death there, it's not the worst. They will get the win bonus coming on through the purchase. No dramas. And now it's just a matter of closing this one out. When you look at the other side of things, it's starting to be dribs and drabs of rounds. We were noting in the first half of VP, it was pistol round, then 4 or 5 rounds went before they grabbed their second, and then another couple rounds went before they found their third, and then until they hit that spree towards the tail end. But Nemiga, they are cracking along as far as opening duels are concerned. They're winning 14-10 right now. VP are smashing them multi-kill wise though.
Yeah.
23
in terms of fragging, I mean, like seeing 2 members on 7 frags.
Yeah.
Looks odd.
Very quiet stuff.
Was Gio one of the players you pointed out who's having good performances previously, above his traditional rating?
He had a 23-kill game against Spirit on Inferno just yesterday to get them to this point. So he's also now the 2nd highest rated player for Nemiga within this tournament, traditionally the 3rd. So I guess you know, between Speedak and Gio just changing those slots, but to have him as only a 40 ADR man going into a very important opening game, not ideal whatsoever. Timeout taken. Need to talk through their final options here. Only a couple of rounds left. Both teams have used 2 tactical timeouts. And both with 2 remaining. As VP, their buy is solid as a rock. Whereas Nemiga, there's showing some cracks. We have Box onto a Scout. Utility is good. 2 defuse kits. Scout's the really only omission here. So even if Box can find a couple of tags, get himself a couple of assists, that might be the impact they're looking for. But they can't leave gaps like that run boost. That was the key to the last round, and it seems like it was in comical fashion. Yekinda's going to punish this. I think he might even try and push through this. The smoke kind of favors him here.
Yekinda managed to worm his way in towards jungle several times, being nuisance by the stairs as well in that Na'Vi game.
Oh!
Okay, doesn't need to see him. Smoke there, player there, don't matter. Whole wall was in the way, but he knows exactly where they'd like to sit, and Yekinda's just carrying on. This guy's just tearing through them now.
Yeah, he's considering Lollipop as well, and he's gaming tonight. Yekinda having a final as he's pulling VP into the 14th. Ooh. Only MDS and Gio, and he's continuing to flank. Yekinda's got no chill.
Hold on, does Yekinda have a rain sticker on that gun? That's a man of taste there.
He is so flanky right now. Buster.
Oh. Just kept his head down.
You will spot him if he looks on the lip, but I don't know if he's turned around. He's continued his adventures through Underpass. And MDS doesn't want to trigger discipline, which might lead to his death. He jumped into Buster, and
Hello?
Oh, do it, Yakinda. Do it.
Oh, Yakinda.
Stop making noise, be abs. Stop making noise, be abs. Oh.
Come on.
Wait a second. Wait. Okay, now. Oh.
Jump on his head, and then knife him twice.
Let's go.
Yes! Nice, Yakinda.
Yakinda's sick.
Patience. That is patience right there from Yakinda. Other players, they would have just killed him, but Yakinda, he knew his moment would come.
Oh, that wallbang. This shot on the jiggle as well, not too shabby, and he gets a knife as the fourth.
It's just like those Velociraptors, you know what I mean? They don't fight you straight on. They wait till on the side. Clever girl.
Clever girl. US Air Force tactical timeout. VP want to finish this one off.
Yakinda's such a little gamer.
It's been great between Buster and Yakinda. It's a fantastic duo. They're opening up these sites. You've had Buster coming out of Palace during some of these ecos. You always had Kick It on the pistol round coming out of ramp. You've now had Yakinda coming through connector. Everybody seems to have a position where they've got multiple kills on entry. James hasn't even had to do a lot. He's got 15 frags to his name. Sanji down the bottom there on 7, but regardless, they're getting the victory. It's really on the other side where we're noticing the lack of fragging from Speedak, Box, and Geo, and that's because they're losing. That's kind of just the way the cookie crumbles, unfortunately.
Because you lose.
Oh, yeah. Look, if you're not getting the kills and you're losing the rounds, that's all we can really put it. But Deagle's out, P250s as well. This one here has a matter of time written all over it, as it will be the complete stack over towards A site. You can see the last 2 members, Geo making his way back over with the likes of MDS. MDS is in limbo. He doesn't know where to go right now. He's back and forth, ends up over towards the B site. And can Yakinda do it again? 4 on the other side of this one.
Yeah, I have that sneaking suspicion he's going to be just fine. Geo's gone down. They run into the spray, and actually, Sanji does pick up the pieces. It could have spiraled out of control, but the weapons are no longer retrievable. Sanji tucked in on the sandwich, and yeah, he is nothing but a snack for Yakinda. Just MDS working on that P250, make it a Deagle clutch as you walk through the streets of, where are we, Monaco? Morocco, that's the one.
We've been getting a lot of ghost bombs today. Oh, we're in for a treat.
Hey.
This will be 15. It's just, it's fizzly, isn't it?
Hold on.
Oh.
MDS wants a Deagle kill. Doesn't get it. That's 15 to 11. And we are looking for match point. In fact, they got 4 of them. Map point, I should correct myself. Of course, best of 5 grand finals ahead of us. This is Nemiga's pick, and it started oh so strong, an 8-7 half. They've only posted 3 rounds here on the defense. And VP's map pick next. It's just 2. Our next arena. Speedak on the AWP, of course, really forged a path for himself through his time in Hard Legion. Seeing him join up with a strong roster that is made. It's quite the stir here in New York. It's actually taking an Aggie AWP towards the B apartments. I love this fight, but it does, once you go for it, kind of commit you to 1 or 2 uncomfortable plays.
I'm surprised Sanji didn't hear that final footstep. So maybe that was reported out to the squad, but regardless, Sanji's taken a lot of room over towards B, and what that means is the rotation's coming. But check out Speedak, still in this position.
That's
if anyone jiggles it.
He's actually got a kill.
Yeah, he didn't move, and you don't expect players to post up there for a long time. This is usually on a timer. Now they try and get out of mid. Sanji's fallen as well, 1 way on the smoke. Yakinda knows that Speedak was underpass as well. Oh, might catch another.
Oh, good
all
damage.
of that to bail him out.
Yeah.
Win the round at least, so I don't see Jane winning a 1-on-4 in this environment, even though he is good. This is not a round that will be easy to win. 55 seconds left on the clock. AWP in hand, over towards B he's going. If he takes MDS out, he can plant and then set up a post plant, but this is the first hurdle. This is all down to timing.
I'd love to sell you a story, even though I'm not that creative enough.
Now we have a bunch more maps to sell that storyline, so we'll save it for at least map 2. We won't be getting into any crazy 1-on-4 situations right now, as the scoreline is now 15 to 12. So relatively close stuff here for VP. We still have them as the heavy favorites coming in today's matchup. Nemiga with a bit of a dream run, marching through the playoff bracket, coming into the 3rd seed from Group B after a loss to Gambit on the final day of play. Took out Force 2-0, took out Spirit 2-0, 2 of the bigger names here within the CIS region, and now they've found themselves in a grand final that nobody would have expected, nobody would have predicted. The boot camp's been paying off, and now can they push this match any further? Yakinda on the entry towards A ramp up. It's just Lollipop. He's tucked in towards Shadow.
This is horrible for Lollipop, burning alive, 52 HP, down to 0 in a quick second. Sanji makes light work of him, joined by the mollies and everything else that was there, including the 5 of the T side that have come through. Now that's going to be a bomb plant any second now. There it goes. And there is a trade back in. I guess Kickert's death was instantly answered, though, by Buster finding MDS. We're down to 3 for the CTs. This could be all but over.
Fox's flank is everything in this round. Are they going to be patient? Are they going to wait for him to make the first move, or do they strike without him?
I think now would be the perfect time. Box arrives with the first. He could get Jame as well, spraying into that challenge. Oh, and tags. Buster's in trouble. Does find Geo. Jame onto Box. Now speed act to clutch. Buster's low. Closing the gap with a USP, but time not on his side. He's got to find 2 here. And he can't even find 1. VP. They'll take Nemiga's pick, albeit close. And that starts off our best of 5 with the favorites 1-0 up.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are 2 hearts that beat in time, and that time was looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see, and I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, and I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to let go. I'll take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise. Stay up all night, and I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night, sleep through the sunrise.
back. First map, VP, they take it. Nemiga fall, and it was practically the full 30 rounds. A 16-12 scoreline. Chatterbunch Bertrand in his fancy new jacket. Laura Pansy Scott in not fancy,
number.
but it is nice. I like it. Yeah, it doesn't. I wouldn't put it in the same fancy category.
No, that's very fancy.
That's fancy.
I don't like this now.
Yeah.
Quite formal.
I don't like this now.
Well, it's the last day.
Now I feel like I'm being teased.
No, now.
Why do you have to take it as negative?
It was nice in the beginning. It was a compliment at the start. But
your
now
own negative bias isn't our problem.
Still is. She's got a point there. Your glass is always empty. It's not our responsibility.
Yeah, well, I like to drink some water, so it's always through a bottle anyway. That's why I don't use glasses. I don't like doing dishes. But speaking
8-7
of
on
washing.
the half. 8-7, and it was actually the final few rounds of that CT half that kept VP in it. But coming into that second half, Lauren, we did watch as, well, the superior side took over.
Very much so. Yakinda came into play. Everyone came into play. It was a much better looking side. They had potency to it. That CT side did look a bit dreary. We had a couple of individuals, James saving the day here and there, a couple of bits and pieces, but the pacing got changed and the better team showed up in that second half.
I think you saw the change, right? The last 4 in a row that they were able to pick up on their CT half, that's on the side of VP, was the confidence going into the second half. They picked up the second pistol, they converted quite cleanly as well. That force buy from Nemiga didn't do anything, then it was just the pistols, and from that point onwards, there was a couple of wobbles. MDS was doing his absolute best, James with the Zeus making everybody at home very excited. And this, considering it was the third round, this is why we were worried, because it was needed a James multi-kill just to get them into the game. 7-3 the scoreline, 7-8 on the half. So VP, they turned it around in a big way, and I think it was just grand final nerves that they needed to push on out. And now I think we might actually see the real deal VP going into Dust 2.
We need to see the real deal Nemiga though, because 2 of their players turned up, which wasn't enough to convert.
Look, we spoke to Gio in the pre-match, and he had a lot to say. He said, we're going to play our game.
And they did.
Yep.
Yeah. So obviously their game
doesn't matter about the opponent.
Doesn't matter about the opponent.
You guys took
play
notes for the
our
interview.
game. Play our game.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could write that down since 2014.
Yeah.
We'd have the notes ready for that kind of interview answer.
In comparison, obviously, the other comment that was made of important game, we know them well.
Yes, they do know them well, and it is an important game.
Well, it is, yeah. Now,
no denying that.
Definitely no denying.
But I was ridiculed for asking how to say Gio's name because apparently in 2020, casters should know the team that they've casted twice. Yeah, he said, "Oh my God, this is the standard in 2020." I was like, "Dude, I've cast the guy 3 times. Why not ask how to say it?"
Well, you want to know how to know it properly. Get it from the horse's mouth.
Imagine being so insecure that you can't ask someone, "Hey, how do you prefer your name being pronounced?"
Yeah, no, actually, it's your job to know that, so I can judge you from my ivory tower. I don't know.
How are you meant to know?
I don't know. There's a lot of deluded people on the internet, and of course, the power of social media means your opinion is, well, you're tricked into thinking it's valued. We do have the DHL drop, though, and which Polish player holds the most MVP medals? It's either Taz, Pasha, Neo, or Nax. Oh, that's a tough one. Let us know in the chat with exclamation mark DHL drop followed by A, B, C, or D. And for those rude boys from Twitter, that's the first 4 letters of the alphabet. You'll find them on your keyboard. Right, we'll peace out for now. When we come back, it's map 2 of our best of 5 final.
Are you the biggest CSGO fan? Then look out for the DHL Drop Quiz and show off your incredible CSGO knowledge. Reply with the right answer in Twitch chat and track your position on our live leaderboard. Will you make it to the top and win the €1,000 prize? Hashtag Gamers Unite.
On Intel Extreme Master Certified PCs, you'll find a gold badge. It means you'll find brilliance inside, that you'll get high-grade components like Intel Core i7 and i9 processors that'll deliver the uncompromised performance you need to game like a pro. Not to mention, every purchase supports the prize pool of Intel Extreme Masters. Intel, unleash your brilliance.
If you want to know what you're good at and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Come on. Millions of gamers rage quit every day. Mountain Dew Game Fuel's got you covered. Game Fuel is specially crafted with ingredients shown to improve accuracy and alertness. Another one saved by Mountain Dew Game Fuel.
To tell everyone about AT&T's big 5G news.
AT&T has nationwide 5G?
Yep.
And that's faster?
Faster, yeah.
But is it reliable?
Uh-huh, and secure.
You should consider making a big deal about it.
Bigger?
I said bigger.
Oh, bigger deal, bigger than what I'm doing.
It's not complicated. A 5G network needs a 5G device. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S20 FE 5G for free when you trade in.
The future waits for no one, so we refuse to wait for it. Today, battles are waged in nanoseconds, and planes are piloted from the other side of the world. The future's not coming, it's already here. Join us and be the future.
Your favorites will play soon. You hope for the win. Excited about the game.
Map 2, Dust 2, and VP pursuing the grand final trophy. It's IEM New. I am a host, I sometimes commentate, I talk for a living, and you guys cast a vote in pursuit of some goodies from DHL. There was 4 options, A, B, C, and D. You cast your vote in the chat, and the answer is 7 MVP medals. It was none other than Snacks. It's a good guess.
We were discussing either Pasha or Snacks.
Yeah, I don't know who it would have been, but it would have been my top two.
Yeah, we were saying, like, Neo, if it was all time.
If it was all time, definitely Neo.
But if it was CS, you think Big Apple, Snacks.
Yeah.
You think walking in a
Wonderland.
Snacks Wonderland. Like all the events, I'm like, oh, he's done quite a few of these.
Oh man, Snacks, that was a gamer. That is a fragger, and there's 10 more of them stepping into the server. So Dust 2, everyone knows how Dust 2 goes, Chad. But do you know how this one's going to go?
Yeah, just taking a quick look. This is normally either the first or second ban in the standard best-of-3 series for Nemiga, so definitely not a home court for them. In the last 10 times they've played Dust 2, they've only managed to pick up 3 wins, but 2 of those have been on the trot. More recently, one as a 16-8 victory against Fours within IEM New York. If they're able to replicate that here against VP on their map choice, I will be very impressed. Let's get this one underway. We have Nemiga starting off on the CT side. 4 sets of Kevlar, a kit with flashes on box, and, well, a truckload of utility on the other side of things. VP with 2 smokes, 2 mollies, a flash, and a P250 for Sanji.
Okay.
This is where my worry came in. When I looked at the map pool, I went, if Nemiga's going to win, it's going to be something like a reverse sweep, especially with the way the first map has gone. I do not see this sitting well with them. I want to be proven wrong. I want to see how they got here. I want to see how they got past some of the more favored teams. As Yakinda already going to be seen. Lovely flash, and look at the burst off the back of it.
Yeah, Box has got no armor. If they hit him first, he's going to start getting shaky aim. He does fall to Yakinda in the end. Just the body shots peppering away at him, and they're hunting. They want to double up on this peak, and Yakinda's got the bloodlust, boys. Takes the head off a Speedak. He's on for a full ace in the pistol here. 3 kills. And now with Lollipop on the A site, they're just basically a formality. Sanji's locking down on long.
Yeah, he's going to get pinced at any second.
Yeah, and look at the taps. He eventually stabilizes, and the P250 connecting nicely into the head of Lollipop. Now just Mr. MDS, and he's kind of had a bit of a role reversal. Taps the first, a chance onto Sanji, but Yakinda wants to fight, wants to duel. They can overwhelm him. There could be a triple peak. Oh, the tracking.
The bullets.
Oh, it's so sketchy. He's just trying to track. Good shooting.
1 bullet.
Go on.
Give it in a crack, making it as costly as possible. So 2 kills, an extra $600 for MDS there on the pistol round. And probably the force buy for Nemiga. And as I say that, box purchase on in, 5.7 and head armor. The rest will follow suit momentarily. We're going to have some HEs purchased on through. Some smoke grenades are always nice. MDS onto the MP9. Rifles looking good for the VP. Squadron, AK-47, Galil, Scout, kick it.
VP subscribe to the Na'Vi School of Dust 2 at all?
Going long, they do. And when they do that long cross, they even prioritize a Molotov for Gandalf. That's one little added piece of the puzzle that VP go for with their set piece.
Does that come from long side through the smoke?
Yeah, as they get close to that smoke wall, they seem to just bank it off the back wall, land it there towards Gandalf, and try and flush anybody out, isolating a couple of extra jewels. But Speedak wants to do exactly that. Aggressive. Molotov's going to land perfect time. He has to fight. He has to stand. And, well, he falls back. 10 HP of damage.
Chad is looking
tasty,
quite nice, isn't it?
Delicious.
Yes, it is a tantalizing morsel that they're going to have. Smoke goes up, no worries. MDS can get there, but the bomb's already crossed. Don't think he can do much with this gun.
I mean, he's just had the same conversation. He's backing away. And this is what you'll get familiar with here on Dust 2, but the B site in particular, very, very vulnerable to the save call as the CTs. They've invested so heavily into this one and would lose all their resources for a near impossible retake.
May I ask, why is it called Gandalf?
Good question.
You shall not pass.
Is that it?
Well, I'm not actually quite sure on the origins of it. I've had to pick things up from North American and European
like an
Counter-Strike.
NA thing,
in
or?
Australia, I don't even remember what we would have called that.
I don't remember.
It's not a name that's too familiar with me. I've just
It's
heard
good to have it.
Spreckened, and I've just copied along. Trying to think what we would have named it. But maybe other people on the internet will know. They might have a good idea.
That's like the only one I actually don't know why it's called that. And it may be because they shouldn't get past that point.
As you're crossing there against an AWPer, maybe?
Sure.
Look, I'm really just spitballing right now.
No, I see the theory to it too. I see that.
One of those games that we were talking about that individuals stepped on up within the playoffs was Lollipop on Dust 2. And that was against Fours in their quarterfinal match. Lollipop had 28 kills on Dust 2. So that's one of those big individual performances that I have been talking about for individuals across this Nemiga roster to get them to this point. So we have to see if anybody can replicate that for them here today. Now, it is these saved weapons once again, and the force buy still looks potent because of that saved factor. Nemiga double dipping, having a second crack and seeing if they can make this round even more costly than the last. This one they may as well go for. You don't really need to be carrying too much of these goodies across into the next round. You want to take away some AK-47s, get some upgrades for yourself, see if you could do economic damage to VP going forward. So this one will actually be more of a fight, regardless of how these opening picks fall on through. Box towards long, 5-7. Good weapon for the job. Can be very spammy, very mobile. Could get himself 2 here.
Surely gets flashed. You going dry?
So much.
You go dry. Good first kill. Could have got a second. Could have taken control of the round. It's not to be. They do lose long control. And it does seem like Yakinda's duel is
an AK.
Now an AK falling into MDS's hands as he charges towards short. And they start their commitment, hoping that there will be some chaos manufactured here. The flash is the push, and Lollipop's got another. This is perfect work from Nemiga, and they will get 2 AKs for their troubles.
Great stuff there. So just poised as you like, trading in their advantage at long at the start of the round. Then no utility used. VP trying to be slow and sneaky beaky, and it backfires in their face. They will be able to buy once more. Everybody on their side does have over 4K. The problem is less about the buy, but more of the ramifications of losing a round like that. If you remember Mirage, they kicked things off by winning their CT side pistol and then lost the force buy. Here losing to, well, the saved guns, but we'll still call it a force buy, even though there wasn't any monetary investment going into round number 3. VP losing to those upgraded SMGs and the pistols. It's not a round that you want to be dropping, especially within the early stages of your map pick. Money now, residual cash, fantastic for Nemiga going forward. If they lose this one, if the bounce back from Virtus.pro is felt, they will be able to get another gun round out. Geo, the only one who's opting with low cash, 300 remaining after a full investment onto that silenced M4 in utility. Diffuse kits in play, head armor for everybody. And if we take a look at VP's buy, there's been no dramas there either. AK-47s for 4. Kickett's the one who's opted to get that Galil. And he wanted the full set of utility himself. Flashes, smokes, nades towards long. That's drawing out a lot of this Nemiga utility early. Box makes it to pit. He'll call this clear. And fast down middle, Nemiga will trundle. So
they're going.
VP are going even, sorry.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this pace on it. Straight through. They fancied this before. Oh no, Geo's having a hard time.
Yeah, and it's down to MDS. He gets caught by Yakinda continuing to impress us in the frag department.
Oh,
Bad flash, and Geo will profit. Takes down Buster, finishes what he started, kick it lurking, but Yakinda's such a threat. He takes the boost E straight out, and he wants the sight as well. Geo's the only one cowering. Yakinda's walking in with the bomb. Oh, he knows. Left eye should be an advantage, but finds the head. Yakinda is a honest beast. And well, with Jame wrapping around, Speedax should be booked. Hard shots, and oh dear. Fluffs his lines, bomb's not planted. Yeah, and Speedax got 4 HP to work with. What does Yakinda do? Surely he doesn't throw away all this hard work. So much heavy lifting already.
Pushing this? No way. Maybe just hold the door for a second?
He's lost him now.
Maybe the consideration of tunnels now springs to mind, but Speedax is... Oh, this is baffling. Okay, Yakinda's bought himself some time, though. Has to be considering tunnels as the next priority place that potentially Speedax could have been. Bomb now planted. Speedax goes back to work.
Oh, Yakinda's giving himself so much to worry about.
Yeah. The box is his best bet. Knows Speedax is low. If he's exposed, though... Nothing on the first sweep. We'll have to intermittently check the doors, and he checks it. What a round from Yakinda. Quad kill. Sensational, picking at B and middle simultaneously. Gets 7 frags so far into the 5th round of play, but let's see this one again. Look at the frag. This second one onto box is hot.
Sliding out.
He is the turret, right? Because the crouching accuracy, it's fantastic. So you're always seeing Yakinda, most of his kills are while crouched. He loves it.
Crouching, tapping.
I want this guy to be the next rising star of the CIS region. I want this to transfer against better teams now. Keep it going. If he keeps on like this, if this is a trajectory, he is such an exciting prospect to see in the CIS region. Another massive individual talent coming out.
He's picked up as a rookie, so...
it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, seeing somebody like this putting these kind of numbers down throughout this tournament is fantastic work, but MDS, you're in trouble, my friend. Yakinda's coming. The turret's on his way.
The mobile turret. Now, luckily for MDS, he has some support, but Yakinda's there, and Yakinda gets it. Oh, that's not bad. Fully blinded at that point, but committed. Yakinda and Buster will fall foul as Geo will stay alive, gets support, gets help, and might just get the round finally.
Well, familiar territory now, folks. This is Jame saving an AWP. Will he manage, though? Box is on the hunt. He's often very alert and aware of the timings of these pushes.
He's boxed him in, Alex.
He has. But game of clinical. Finding the first on the hunt for the Jame AWP. Lollipop working on the next.
Add her up.
I don't know if James was prepared for this. He's making so many noises. Lollipop will communicate as to Suicide being the peak, and he's going to get overrun and overwhelmed. Gio looking for his 4th frag. He deserves it. But James just doesn't miss. He has got his knife out and will fall, but keeps him honest. And actually, what could have some ramifications with the CT loss bonus. As any frag was a good frag, they are down to a double eco here.
It's not looking great for VP. I think they might force buy, or they should. You can see Kickett's actually purchased on him with some Kevlar there. We wanted more from Gio. He had a quiet first map. One of the names who wasn't fragging too well, and that's a huge triple spray down with the Famous. You don't see that every day of the week.
Yeah, flashed opponents. Great work.
It will be the force buy. You can see some Deagles coming through, Tech 9s, P250s, and light utility. Looks like it might be a B set piece, so waiting for this early... Oh, they're going in. They're committed. This is fast.
Very fast. Kicker gets past the first spray, and Gio's missed his AWP shot. This gets awkward now. The flashes are good. The spray's not so great. Sanji gets the first. And a steady aim from Yakinda doesn't pay off. Retake coming in thick and fast. Look at that. They weren't ready for that. Lollipop just charged in. New good Deagle shot from Buster. Needs a second. Both of them now on the wall. Smokes Bloom. Jame trying to get into the site as best he can. They're going for the tunnels rotate. All 3 of them backing away. Box throwing util to keep him honest, but bomb planted and tunnels. Double AWP retake.
No flashes either.
I hate it.
James got himself an M4. They both have. This is suddenly a little bit more of a problem than before. 3 of them through tunnels, though. A choke point, it's close. They're going to see very little,
nice
honestly. Yeah, lovely shots from Speedak and Box.
Good damage done, but not able to convert those kills. Getting the plant down on that type of an eco is good, but VP will have to take another save. Now it might just be a partial. Some P250s, maybe some Deagles. There shouldn't be armor. There shouldn't be utility behind this. VP need to keep themselves honest as the scoreline gets tied up 3-3. You could see there with the loss bonus coming on through, some of the players sitting at roughly 3,500. That's where they can go for more of that investment. But it doesn't give them enough cash to warrant the force by now. A big round to win, and you can see Lollipop getting excited again. The Lollipop camera there. What do you guys call that in the UK? What his garment of clothing?
I don't know.
We call it a singlet.
Singlet.
Yeah.
Is it like a vest?
Yeah, you guys call it a vest.
There's another phrase for it. I don't know if it's particularly...
No, probably not.
No.
Oh, Hero AK. Buster's... well, he's not Superman. He can't fly. So that's not how you want to kick off that round. VP losing AK. That was purchased by Kickett. Kickett's not going to have a lot of cash to work with next round.
Kickett, it's just... All my money is in the...
The AK. Box could even grab that.
Okay.
Box grabs that.
Yeah.
Get rid of the M4 box.
Oh, that's
Lamb's to a slaughter right now. This is going to be over nice and quick. They did get the M4. Sanji has peeled back with it, but with the bomb down, look at it. There's no more perfect position. The rotation isn't coming over just yet. Nemiga don't need to put too many forces behind this. Just look at it. This round is done. You'd have to try really hard to lose a round like this, I think. So just seeing if they can do any damage right now. VP, Sanji walking around with the M4A4, trying to find a bit of damage. Jane making some noise. Flash through middle, nobody home. Tucked on in, Lollipop didn't spot anybody, and he's trying to rotate over towards the bomb now. So just securing the round on Nemiga, and that's where we could see some duels isolated. Sanji does take MDS, that's keeping the economy honest.
If they had the bomb, you could have seen so much more with it, couldn't you?
I'm really worried that they just don't die and they don't get any loss bonus. This is quite silly from VP. They're so far away from the core. The Sanji will fall. Lollipop will need to mop up the other 2. They need to just run on in and die right now. You need the loss bonus. James, come on, mate. You have no AWP, and he'll fall as well. I understand what they were going for, but with the bomb so locked down towards the long doors, a lot of the time, if the bomb was, let's say, dropped close mid doors or dropped in lower tunnels or somewhere where the T's could take some territory back to take it, I'd say don't play the bomb, because what it does is it gives up your obvious position. But in that scenario, with the bomb down in long doors, it's such a good choke point for an AWP to hold. You know there's only pistols on the other side. You're able to lock that area down. And by going hunting like that, VP were running the risk of potentially not getting themselves the loss bonus. And the
4-3. Round 8, map 2. The early util exchange of B. Bit of a change up from the CTs as well, sending Geo with his AWP towards A and Speedak filling the gap in mid and supporting B. Makes sense. Kinder pausing for now. He has the utility for the mid presence. James joining the party now. It seems like they'll go for the double smoke. A wall bang before he leaves. What do you reckon?
I don't think he'll fire that tight line.
I don't know, like a parting gift.
Just a little... Oh, I know you could be there. He is perfectly covered, shrouded by the corner of the wall. The angle doesn't work out for him, and so it's time for smokes.
All right, let's see what he does here. Okay, to the wall.
This is the one on the box, I believe.
Walk forward.
Kick has thrown the alternative. Oh, he's missed it.
It's not.
It's a different smoke. And now Lollipop caught in it. All the same, doesn't matter. MDS under a lot of pressure. He's lost his teammates in the corner. Oh my god, he can get them all. A double kill. MDS once more. Finally found. Jame relieves some pressure. Numbers favor VP. 30 seconds as they advance. Geo had one pot shot to hit, but as he misses, as that shot echoes across Does 2, we accept. And so do they. Their fate. Box walking towards T-Spawn. Could get Kickert here, but he's tucked in now, and it's very unlikely the Box is ready for this. So just a matter of time. If Box is saving here, chances are he will go unnoticed. I always go to this car in DM when I'm being a rat.
I like short. Short is my rat area.
My Dust 2 DM rat car.
Some people love the lower dark.
Oh,
hello. Hello. You were dead. That's a M4 on
He's
the
aware
ground.
of your dirty rat positions. Oh, no.
This is playing like a very standard game of Counter-Strike. It's not very brawly. It's not very biffy. We're not seeing fast plays out long. We're just seeing the default spreads. The quickest round was when VP basically did that fast mid to B with almost all 5 members and Nikinda having to be the hero winning out that clutch against Speedak. Otherwise, it's standard. We just had the first minute of the round with no true action. Just territory taken, Jame waiting for a pick, early utility, and then eventually they went for a set piece on towards that B site. But all in all, there's nothing crazy happening in this game. There's no CT aggression. They're not taking any fights. They're not taking any risks. VP are doing the same. They're just going through their paces. Currently seeing color by number Counter-Strike. I wonder if that changes as this game goes forward. It's 4-4. Round number 9 getting underway. Saved AWP means we will have double off set up back on out. Geo flashed off the line. Kickert hiding behind Xbox. Nades on through now. Might jump on up. MDS wants to find a frag around the cusp of this smoke and might have Yukinda here. No, Yukinda has his number. It all changed. That first half of Mirage was where MDS was patrolling, controlling Connector, and now it feels like it's all one-way traffic for Yukinda in the duel.
Should have been a kill there for Speedak, I feel, but still maintaining life. And here comes Geo. They go. Yukinda's so good.
Not bad, is he? Sharpest tool in the shed.
Hell.
He's open. Bomb will go down. Another save.
Done. Yeah, this is just Dust 2 shaping up as Chad has already kind of highlighted. Oh, wow. He double takes him down to 1. 99 damage inflicted in 2 there from Yukinda. And so they head to long to save. And it's my pleasure. It's my honest pleasure to introduce you to our friend Rushley12345 to see if they hold on to this one. Rush, this is getting intense here. Will they save their weapons?
That's a question on everyone's minds right now. I do see the news tightening around the CT's box. Got shadow advantage. We'll keep X-ray off here. Oh dear, you don't like that. Still gets the advantage. The molly! Almost taking him down, but he is safe here. It looks pretty possible for a save, to be honest. You got Speedak holding up on the A side here with the AWP, very potent rifle. And it looks like they're not going to push through the doors here, so their weapons, they will get saved.
Josh, what are your thoughts on Yukinda?
He's pretty nuts, isn't he? Like there, I was like, well, I should pick Geo, because he's probably going to kill him, but I was like, let's believe in Yukinda.
Yeah. Yukinda.
Yeah, nice.
I want the Yukinda stickers on my gun.
You got a while to wait there, Lauren.
I know, but I like the way he plays.
How does indefinitely feel?
I'm not that fussed.
Yeah, it's one of those terms, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it won't be the force behind these saved guns. They're just going to opt to hold on to their cash due to the loss bonus situation Nemiga find themselves in. You can see the GG.bet odds at the top of your screen. 7-1, basically. A couple of decimal points in play there. And Speedak, he needs to find an opening. He might get found from lower dark here. If his barrel sticks out too far, which it has, Yukinda will take his head off, and Yukinda just continues to pick up speed.
Give me the stickers. Give me...
Maybe just go on his stream and sponsor him, Lauren.
Sponsor him?
Sponsor him.
Is that what you did? I just wanted to like $5 sticker. I'm not sure if I want to, you know, adopt a cat or something. That seems like a commitment. And committing towards middle. CT's finally getting a little rowdy, and it's working?
Nice shot, MDS.
Yeah, that's something, isn't it? And they've got the numbers advantage, and it's just briefly held on to. Kick it. Has managed to take Lollipop down on the A side. Geo, great molly, does buy time. They won't be able to plant while that... Oh, as I say that, they can plant long. Oh, they're going for the long plant. MDS can challenge, but he hasn't. Now is Sanji seeking respite. He tucks in on the box. 1 kill would be enough, but he hasn't got that. James has been given a plant for him. This is where it gets intense. There is no smoke, and it is planted for pit. Everything points towards VP converting this. How will the CTs try and contest it? That was the last of their util. And that was a missed shot from James. Geo has the AWP. His responsibility is to peek into James.
He's on the bomb.
He is. Diffused.
Got it.
And taken. Nice angles from MDS. And the frags from James, though they're good, they're not enough. Nemiga make the 1v3 an easy conversion. Diffusing thanks to MDS.
So the AK-47 that was picked up there was from Yakinda. MDS gets this massive shot towards spawn, that punish onto Sanji, and then finishes off with the defuse out of sight of the AWP because Jane was playing a passive line. MDS with a... That is insane, the level of impact MDS had right there. And they didn't invest into that round other than the saved guns. So to pull that one out, to pull that one off, that is insane scenes. And VP needs to take another pause because that's a round they probably never should have dropped. They took the AWP, the biggest danger, out of the round immediately. Speedak has his head taken off. Only 3 kills for him. Yakinda on the other side with 11, smashing him. And then MDS, who's at the top with 10 kills to his name, is able to claw them back on in. So MDS and Lollipop right now leading the charge in terms of frags, 10 apiece. In the early stages here, the timeout is now going to be taken from Nemiga. So everybody feeling the need to talk things through before getting into the next round. Buster a bit quiet, only 3 kills for him on this one after that phenomenal showing that he had on Mirage. Weapons back out, kick it. Hasn't invested in his utility just yet, so it depends on what strategy's called.
How much does he have? $500?
Yeah, give him a smoke and a flash, a Molotov, and a decoy. Or if he has that best spawn for long, maybe just going to be used as a blunt object and get him out the doors. So he will buy on in 2 flashes. Good long spawn right here from Geo. So he's going to go towards the long corner and likely take this duel. Another timeout taken from Nemiga. That's 2 back-to-back. We've had 3 timeouts in consecutive fashion. This is curious. So they feel a lot's riding on this round. They've only got 2 remaining.
Yeah. Makes sense to get it out of the way here while the numbers aren't too intimidating, right? I mean, you've got 5 maps potentially. You've got the endurance ahead of you. You'd rather get this one found fast, get that momentum swinging in your favor.
I guess when you consider the bank balance left over for both teams, and the loss bonuses being 1,900 for VP and 1,400 for Nemiga, this is a swing round for the remainder of the half. One team could potentially run away with the 8 or 9, the lion's share of rounds, based off of this one round alone.
What is it? You going for that default? Looking at the long spawns. Yakinda's not too shabby on the long side. Maybe he fancies his chances. He's opted for suicide with kick it. Maybe they're going to take that mid presence again. Oh dear. Lollipop just got knocked on his ass. James through the doors. Haven't seen one of them yet to start off our half here on Dust 2. Took us 10 rounds. Here in the 11th, we see it. James taking down a CT before they even start. Setting up for the defense. And now it'll be a 2-2 split, and VP have a distinct advantage. Chad, what's the best way to make this hurt?
Mid to B is always good. Isolate and maroon those players. You can see the investment to the A side of things.
MDS wants info, though. Oh, they're pushing.
Geo's pushing long as well.
Ooh, he has no idea.
This Geo duel is a lot. He could get a kill and fall back.
Where is Box going right now? Just real quick when you get a second. Obviously not now, but I'm curious if he's biting into this mid piece. No. Sanji's found Geo, and now Box isn't there. No one's on A, and you can be having Yakinda patrolling the rotations. This is rough. Nice shot from MDS. Yeah, he's bailing him out of a couple of situations. Look at that ADR. But now, the last 3 for the CTs can't really stop much of what's going on. Still 2 smokes on the Ts, so the cross can be controlled. They're getting quick up, though. They want to try and fight this before it gets too bad.
Yeah, good use of their utility. That actually stops and practically makes cross impossible. They start now. Oh, fresh magazine required. Kicker pushes vanishes, and Speedak goes down. He flips the coin, and he gets 2 heads. Nice work, Buster, for finding the final frag, and only 1 to boast from the CTs. You said this was a momentum shift, Chad, at 1,400, forcing them into a force buy scenario. Spells trouble for Nemiga's CT side. This is the frag that started off. Oh, a flash of Lollipop's toes. And Sanji besting the AWP on long. That was the necessary one.
That tracking on the other player, man. That's wild.
I want to see VP go for something relatively quick right now because it is the force buy of Nemiga, and if they go slow, I fear they might get whittled down again. Remember when Box got that opening kill? Well, here's the fast play. Kick it out towards long. One's already made it to pit. I don't think he's aware. Well, he is now.
Yeah, Box last time did do some damage, but this time instantly beheaded. Kickert, very quick. Nice play in the flash from Yakinda to set it into motion. Have lost out on Yakinda this round, but they have garnered long control.
Another opening here for VP. Currently sitting up 8-4 as far as opening duels.
Just to the car.
Well, there's no kit for a sneaky defuse from MDS this time around. No scout, no AWP. Just a couple of deagles and a MP9. See, SpeedX left with some extra cash here to get an AWP as we trickle forward, but it's only 1,900 loss in the next round for Nemiga, so they will have to take a save. Unless they can grab one of these AKs. Long push is
well,
coming
kill
through.
would go a long way, and MDS is going to be probably the prime candidate for it. A push through the smoke, a well-timed one with SpeedX peeking, and
oh my god.
Okay.
Sorry, what?
Rails him through the smoke. That works too.
This is winnable now.
Yeah, very winnable. He spots one on the side. Kicker needs precision, and he's got it. Geo, though, off angle. Converts another, a 2v2 for Nemiga. Getting sketchy. Sanji not known to be an AWPer, but he hits it all the same, and that's picked up. Just MDS on his elevator corner. Couldn't get out. 7 for VP. Looking to really control the momentum, Chad. It's exactly what you highlighted. It's as we saw at the timeout of 5-5. Has resulted in 2 for VP and an eco for the third. This could be 8. Should be.
One of the problems is as well, is if Nemiga wanted that double AWP setup, they won't be able to afford it. SpeedX was the only one who left himself residual cash to work for to get with the 2,400 in the next round, the AWP. Geo won't be able to get himself an AWP unless he gets a couple of kills. So let's keep our eyes out on that tally as Sanji's out towards long. Flash is good. So many blind Ts, but just the USPs. They're not strong enough. SpeedX will eventually find one. MDS will fall. And it just leaves Geo over towards the car. Now he's tucked on in. Maybe he's
ready for the molly?
one.
There's going to be a molly landing at his toes in about 4, 3. Sanji, come on. 2. Oh no, they haven't mollied it. They'll just shoot him instead.
Headshot's good too. The headshot tends to work.
We'll take that.
Okay, so this is where the real chance for VP to punish in this half is if they can get 10, that's fantastic. That's a clean sweep. They have the last 5 rounds of the half on the trot. They're also looking here down the barrel of just a single AWP setup on SpeedX. Light utility. So smokes, 1 Molotov.
If James... Oh, hang on. He's got such a good B spawn. Does he watch the cross? He does. Okay, interesting. Despite that, jumping down and taking the line. Oh, he's tagged Geo. Nightmare fuel for the B defenders. Yakinda's out long as well. 3 CTs leaning B. There's so much space for VP to maneuver here. They've got 4 smokes. And they can use them however they see fit. It could be for the cross. SpeedX rotated off. A is wide open. I'm uncomfortable. Maybe they push mid.
It's just a general statement. I am uncomfortable, but I'm with you.
Yeah, look, there's 3 of them. They're calling it mid. They're calling it clear. They are going to have like a 4-man short stack or a long flank. This is a fruity round. Breathe this one in.
God, this is going to be really weird. You're right. What do they do with this? So it looks like MDS continues up long a little. That means maybe Kicker deals with him eventually. You've got Lollipop, can't even talk, Lollipop clearing lower B tunnels, but the rest have filtered through towards A side because VP have taken so long towards long.
One of the keys to being able to play this type of a setup is the willingness to fight or the utility to do so, and they don't have any Molotovs. It's just this one flash in SpeedX, a smoke from NDS to obscure some vision, and a HE, and that's gone now too, so it's all in right now.
Box. He's had a really tough game. About 12 frags in the series. Chance for a lot of important and impactful frags here. Already, though, VP filled the feed. It's brown on blue all the way through. 3 frags. Make it 4 as MDS is brought down to just 14. Maybe not. SpeedX and MDS fill the feed. Still a numbers disadvantage and even extended by the low HP of the rifler. SpeedX can't clutch this on his own. MDS boosts up the AWPer and SpeedX gets a banger. Bad spray. Sanji vulnerable. They could boost again, and they will. Using the baskets is enough. He evades the first fight. Now MDS has got the AWP to save. He'll back away. VP have secured the 9th here, and Sanji will.
Oh my god!
Hopper no scope for his hunt.
Nice shot. MDS, he is looking very sharp.
Another one
today.
to watch, as if the CIS didn't have enough talent on that list.
His aim has been on point. He's hit some really good shots today. Unfortunately, they will lose the round 9-5 now in favor of VP. James holds on to his AWP, and the buy will not be a problem for the Virtus.pro side. But for the Nemiga side, the AWP is really their only bastion of hope. They only managed to have a $2,900 loss bonus come on through, and that means they're going to have to drop some guns. Box has got a Scout, Geo's got the AWP, MDS has been able to get himself an M4A4. It's a famous for Speedak. He hasn't even been gifted the AWP, and Lollipop rocking the MP9. Daks are out, and nothing getting done. No damage, no one hurt.
No fun.
Now, I would start heading towards T-Spawn if I could, if I was the Nemiga guys. Play this a bit like checkers. Head over there, upgrade your single dugs to double dugs. We call them dugs in Australia. I don't know what they're actually called.
Do you know that Lollipop is a Class A player in chess? No matter what, don't know what that means, but apparently it's very good.
Yeah, who is?
Lollipop.
Really?
Lollipop speaks 5 languages and is a chess grandmaster.
And it looks like he could be in like a punk band or something.
Yeah. Kind of nuts.
Right, wow. Well,
I'm believing Wikipedia, bear in mind.
I believe everything I read on the internet.
So therefore it is correct. And also very good at table tennis, apparently.
Tennis,
wow, these little tidbits.
There he is, Lollipop. Master of many things. See if holding mid's one of them. Yukinder on the other side, I'm not so sold. It's a little bit of a dangerous old Yukinder, and James getting quite close. It looks like it's time for action soon enough. Oh, James. Lollipop pushing himself close towards the door this time. Steps to be heard and calls to be made. Speedak probably going to shore himself up and get ready for the hit to come through, as they're now noting that short's probably where they're going to be at. Interesting.
Hey, it's the avant-garde smokes. I'm glad we saw them. Well, there's a gap in this one. This is problematic. And the flank's not a problem.
It's all good. Kicker's there, and the crossbar Box did manage to let one slip the net, a couple more, but he does only have a Scout. It was Speedak that I was looking towards, but he filtered through towards CT rather than sticking around. And posted towards mid now is Kickert, so he's going to be controlling this, and now Box and Geo, this is going to be very tough and a quick one for Yukinder. No follow-up, but Buster very truly on the case as Geo going to join him in death.
They do not miss, do they? VP, they're vicious today. They want to make a quick BO5 out of this. It's a 10-round half, 10-5. Map 2, Dust 2 continues in a mo. Preparing for our second half. Dust 2. Familiar territory, but Nemiga have to ready themselves for a tough T side. They are the ones that will be bringing the fight now to Virtus.pro, and in a best of 5 second map, you really do want to make quite the statement. This is VP's pick, and historically certainly not the strongest map for Nemiga, but let's see if their T side is going to have a bit more of a punch tonight. GG.bet certainly doesn't seem to think so. Lollipop does, though, not only speaking 5 languages and doing backflips in his spare time, he's also got a goosh. 4 CTs in CT. And there goes Yakinda finding Lollipop. And the tightest of angles for Gio. He's fluffed his lines. Yakinda hasn't.
What is that spawn smoke as well? What have we just witnessed?
Not quite sure. I've never seen that before. It looks like a failed
this is weird.
smoke. And now, well, the bomb's heading B. Speedak, he's ready for that commitment. Buster can't believe his luck. He's getting free ones. Gio does land another goosh. He's got so many players damage. Down to what? A scrap of health. Finally, he's finished off an MDS. Well, he's next on the chopping block.
Wow.
That's a pistol, and that could be a quick Dust 2.
Now, we knew that Dust 2 is always going to be very difficult for Nemiga. It's normally their first or second round ban. Within this tournament alone, they had banned Dust 2, I believe it was 5 times out of their total 7 series. The other couple were train bans, 1 train ban against Fours and 1 against Hellraisers. So we knew that this wasn't going to be an easy task, but what we want to see is them being competitive. Now, the first half had its moments. The swing round, it was round number 11, is where the game's gotten away from them. But they can battle back in this second half and set us up for an interesting third. That will be their map choice of Inferno, a map where they picked up a lot of victories in recent times. Just the Glocks. Flash will be coming out the mid doors. There it sails. Doesn't get kick it. It's way too shallow, and the molly is great. So this is going to send them barreling up towards Catwalk. And the rotation for the CTs, they're moving around, but
that's a molly and a half.
Plant's all right.
Some
Ooh, good shooting, and no plants to be had here.
Sandy's dead, but we have 2 left. Box and Geo. Nice. Needs a lot more, though. Nice isn't quite enough. It's Box now, just with the Glock. What Glock has he got? Oh, it's like a little purple number.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
How do you feel about the color purple, Lauren?
It makes me think of Henry, of course.
Okay.
He goes for the complete theme.
Oh, that's right.
Items.
That's his right. Yeah, he does. He definitely does. The purple gloves, the purple knife, the purple gun skins.
It's quite nice.
Purple HUD, purple crosshair.
All of it. All of it.
Wears purple clothes.
He does. I've heard
that. He didn't change it to blue when he joined Cloud9.
Depends how dedicated he is.
That's true. You might have to upgrade it to just a blue theme.
Maybe a full reinvestment.
Or just a trade up. Okay, gun round out, Nemiga underway. Have to battle back now. Scoreline 12-5, and fast they go. Speedak along Catwalk, very, very quick. Has a duel just around the corner. Here it goes, and Yakinda, too sharp, too fast, too quick. And there's the opening.
This just feels very loose. This feels throw it at the wall and see what works. And at the moment, not much of it is sticking, but you know what? Why not keep it going? For Nemiga, as said, this is not meant to be a good map for them traditionally. It's not something we've seen, and I'd say win conditions for a team that almost bans this permanently would be things like, 2+ players having very big individual games, which we haven't had, and that's fine. This is a best of 5, but it does then put you in the realm of, well, you've got a reverse sweep that is something you don't often see. So we're not there yet, but the scoreline is indicating it could be a possibility if this round doesn't go their way. Looking at what they have, left with 2 smokes, 3 flashes. So that's your construction items here.
Get building.
Yeah. MDS. Gonna have a little wander in mid with Lollipop and Box there. Yakinda, though, this guy, normally so sharp, but outdone by MDS, trying to play by that little broken cutout of the wall. Box and the boys swinging. They're going to get going. This is B-Crunch in motion. Very nice. Kick it now. Oh, that's lovely work from him. That's a third. Go on, make it 4. Barely any bullets left, but he still does everything. 4 kills. And Virtus.pro make it to 13.
I think I'm going to switch to the M4A1. I've been thinking about it for a while.
How the P2K go?
I mean, just look at this, man. Oh, man. M4A1, that's $2,900 well spent.
Alex, you like AWPing, right?
I do.
So you should go to the M4A1.
I actually should, and I could drop a cheaper weapon as well.
Makes sense. Yeah. You can justify it, but...
But I want to do it because I have nicer skins on it.
Well, then all of you can just do it. Just don't drop me.
I got the Dark Water. That's a cool skin. Now, this is just Eagles and armor, and it is the closing stages of our second here. Now, the chances of them slipping up, as the casters have already highlighted, is minimal, and with the gathering on short, it is just a formality. A smoke perfectly arriving to stop any Geo hunt. James, Yakinda, Sanji, all leaning B towards the A side of the map. It's Kick and Buster on the second letter of the alphabet. They're still gathered short. It looks like it will be an eventual flash and go. Here we go. Not taking the bomb with them. Run boosting on the flash. That sounds like fun. Fancy it, fellas? Yes, they do. Who's going? You? Me? Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, Box says...
Okay, well, let's try again, shall we?
And they're off. Hang on, hold on. He's got this.
This is the one.
And we're off. James has no issue against the, I think it was about at least 2 meters run boost. And yeah, this one's finishing off nicely. It's MDS. He's been no slouch, and he's as sharp as ever. Beheads Buster, forces a rebuy on the M4 Kev. Oh, that was good.
That really made me smile. Just one of those rounds. Absolute fiesta. Got the bomb. And he's dead. 14 for VP, but really happy we saw that round. Hey, Rush, do you like it?
That was pretty fun.
Did you giggle?
Yeah, a little bit. MC was giggling too. We're all having a little giggle back here. It's very nice.
Oh, he's pretend friend.
My pretend friend?
Hey, he's imaginary.
Oh, yeah, Simon.
I just hear the voices in my head.
We do hear a lot about Simon, don't we? It's
Never heard a word, obviously us, but...
Never met Simon. And he's got that other weird one he always talks about, J-Raz?
J-Raz is a mythical creature, I've heard.
Okay, well, I think this right here is the coffin. And Nemiga are already laying in it. It's just a matter if
a little nap.
want to put the lid on or not. And, well, if a 16-5 is on the cards, it's going to be quite a quick affair here on the third map. Sanji's potentially going to get caught here. Lollipop flashes over. Will he expect him on the other side of the doors? Doesn't matter. Yakinda's tagged on through. That might bait Lollipop in, or Sanji's coming for the duel. He's not going to be able to punish, and that's a fluff line from Sanji there. He's been dinked. Lollipop's been dinked. Yakinda's low. Everyone's done some damage, but nobody's found the frag. This bodes much better for Nemiga. One of their problems is the light utility they're operating with. A couple of smokes can either fake out A, or can go for a bit of a mid to B. Box is just jump peeking, so he hasn't caught a glimpse just yet. His footsteps are heard from CT spawn. That'll be relayed back through to the A defender of Sanji. But if they head towards A, that's where the low players are. So it could be a good play. Yeah, you can see 3 towards Cat, 1 towards late long, and I think Geo will come through lower dark.
And the last touch of utility is being committed. So it is going to be go time. Sanji waiting patiently. Well, that's nice. Nice little flash there. Safe does find MDS, so you can see the intended targets. And the cross being watched well. So far, Kickit and Jame, the 2 to find. Speedak Lollipop, not doing too bad, though. We still have a bit of a round on our hands here. And bear in mind, Yakinda is incredibly...
Oh, the bomb's down.
Incredibly low HP, but it doesn't matter. He can just fall away and try and stay safe. Jame keeps him covered. And somehow they've bloody done this as well. Boxer 1v2 with 5 seconds. You got to fight. That's all. That's the only option. And the option dwindles, and they live to fight.
After time. Oh, it's a nightmare for Box. He only gets 450.
But that is $450. Now, that's P250 in a decoy. That's a...
You're living on the bright side, I see.
2 flashbangs.
Wow.
He went with the 2 flashbangs.
Oh,
He's treating him... Poor Box.
That's no fun for Box.
That's a miserable round to be in there.
Yakinda was like sub 10 HP, jump shots the plant, and then it's just like, well, there it was, and there it goes.
That was a strange little skirmish. Well, this is an all-in.
I'm just really feeling the Nemiga are under experience here. They want to get this one done with. MDS down. Yakinda finds him. They charge through the flames. Lollipop and Speedak working with a scrap of health. And Dust 2 beats its last beat. What's map 3? Inferno?
Map 3 is Inferno. It's a good map for Nemiga, so there is a real chance. Yeah so there is a chance that Nemiga could come online on their 3rd map of the series.
Then it's Vertigo. So if we get that far.
That's why I wanted to see some more rounds out of them here on Dust 2. I needed them to get more activated, make sure they were warmed up going into their choice of Inferno. This is very deflating, but at least going into home court advantage, they're going to have some confidence, I hope. Buster's about to take all that away. Here we go. Multi-kill, 1, 2, and that's the 3rd. That's the 2nd map of the series done. 16-5. Well, 2-0 up to VP here in the grand final. IEM New York 2020. me with the shield.
If you click while you've got the shield out, you can do like a
little shunt.
Yeah.
I've never even tried. That is insane.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because you can't even use it to open crates though as well. So it can do a bit of that.
Very upsetting for me when that happened.
Just a little bit.
Well, look, I've got my Exo back. We've got the bumps back. Look at you. You're going on a mad one here. Another shieldy boy.
So like this, he's jumping back and forth there.
Well, he had an
like
Exo, right?
Yeah, he had an Exo, so he hopped over the wall, which makes it a little bit more confusing to predict. But look at this, we're bumping, we're back in the game.
Some squad wipes, 4 players remaining. That happened all very quickly. So we recovered from the shielding.
4 people left already. There's no way we lose.
Well, I think we probably do.
Hey, up, I'm going for another one. Probably not going to work. I don't remember this one.
Can I steal it? I think I try and steal one of your doubles.
You might actually take this. I'm not sure.
What are we having a discussion about right now?
I don't know. I picked up more bumps though. That's pretty dope. Oh,
we're just going. Where are we going? Oh, no, I remember this.
Oh, that's surf, though. You see that?
There we go.
Surf on the little house there.
Okay. I picked up a scout. Oh,
you
don't love the scouty, boys.
No, it's not a good gun for bumping. It's a very good gun in general for danger zone. Don't buy it, though. It ruins the fun of the game, in my opinion.
Plant the bomb as much as you can.
Yeah, don't do that either, actually.
Plant the bomb as much as you can.
No, don't do that.
It's really good fun.
Eh.
Okay, so 4 players remaining still. Oh, is this one of the games we get stuck in the spawn cycle? Because there's only one other team. Oh, is
this could be this. It's
not
so early
this
on.
one.
Yeah, we have a thing a lot where if it's too early on in the game, oh, this isn't looking good for me. Somehow survived that 12 HP. Med up.
We do have problems with this where what happens is these guys, if you don't get the squad wipe because they play like individually or you're only eliminating one at a time, you keep having to chase them around in circles. And Rush, you keep fragging them.
I'm ready for today, honest. 6 kills to the name.
You definitely lose this game. I remember those names.
Yeah, this is not going to be too fun, but here you go. Spotted someone, I'm sure. Oh, you're going for the breach, maybe? I go for the breach.
No, you just goombed me.
Oh, I goombed you.
Just goombed
oh,
me.
no. So it is possible to team kill by goombering. And
I can't respawn.
Oh, yes. That is the worst thing. When you team kill in Danger Zone, you actually can't respawn. So this leaves it all onto me. Yeah, sorry about that, Chad. I might be the reason why I might have cost us this whole game, to be honest. But here I am, droning around. It's very fun to do this. You can put C4 on boxes and deliver them to the enemy if you really want to. But it's very good for gathering intel. So I'm just scouting the area, looking for it. I did spot someone there. So
did you?
Yeah, I definitely did on the left here. So
120 health.
Looks pretty good. He's aware, of course.
Oh, the conversion. Wait, what?
Like this.
I haven't won yet? Oh, you're going to die. You're definitely dead.
This is not looking good. I think I survived. Oh, I remember here. He gets a bit more space than I expected.
Oh, yeah. He gets close to the house.
Yeah, he does, yeah. I thought he was not going to push me instantly.
Yeah,
There's
still
Chad's
dead,
dead
of course.
body. He's chilling out.
Kind of just the way it goes when you get goombed by your teammate.
I'm in a bad spot. Health is low. I'd have to order a medi. I don't even have the cash for it. So this is a really rough spot. P90, not the best gun when you have low HP. I'd rather have something, well, anything really. Even a deagle would be better than this.
This is always directly below you.
Yeah, he like crept up quite a lot. And well, you know, that's how it goes sometimes, Chad.
Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Sometimes your teammate jumps on your head and kills you in danger zone. Stay away from that. And we're going to get things back underway here for the CIS Grand Final just after the break. Map number 3 coming up. It's going to be Inferno. Do VP take it in 3 or Nemiga bounce back? See you soon.
With the right CPU, you can turn any game from familiar to phenomenal. Unleash the potential in all your gaming with Intel 10th Gen processors.
IEM New York 2020 Grand Finals for the CIS region. James hydrated and pressing his nose to his screen as he prepares for the pixels of map 3. Best of 5 finals, VP 2-0 up. Could be the full sweep. Or is it time for Nemiga to pull themselves back together? Broken after Dust 2, a thrashing from VP on their map pick puts us here. Nemiga stepping into Inferno. It's familiar territory, and VP, given the choice, Chad, have opted for the T-side start.
Makes a lot of sense after what we saw yesterday against Na'Vi. Only 5 rounds on their CT side, but then clawed things back on that T half, contributing to that 2-0 victory over Nardus Vincia, setting us up for this grand final here today. A couple of little stat lines coming into this Nemiga. In their last 10, they've won all of their Inferno matchups. It's just green in that column. But for VP on the other side of things, they've played this map quite a lot here at IEM New York. 5 times, and they've won it every single time. See if they can do it again.
Already first contact made, and better for Box than Buster. Nemiga do get to draw first blood in this. It was originally a 4-play stack towards B. Does get to slightly lean away, putting Box back towards maybe back of arch. Quite a passive angle. Somewhat safe, but now you can see the curious T's heading up towards Banana on the other side. Geo going to be waiting. You've got MDS over there. I think Speedak potentially, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's the contact. Now all 3 are facing from the CTs. They want a bit. Speedak actually pushed back on their second flash. And second kill for the CTs. However, Kickit at least will get back in this.
Yeah, they're going to use their util to recover this bomb, I think. Molly forcing Geo forward, and precise shots from Geo. Gets 2 of them. Now Nemiga getting the start they so desired. It is only Yakinda. He was a lurk, and shooting someone in the back of the head's never easy. Lollipop does it. Nemiga take the pistol.
Yeah, so some of the problems that we can maybe state in the previous matches we've seen from VP is they've been gifted banana control quite a lot. Remember Na'Vi? Well, they were more than happy just to play around the sandbag and car position, and from there, VP were able to get full control of that side of the map, and by doing so, they're able to play a lot more fakes. They get the brackets control as well. They stay poised in the mid rounds. They are very late on some of their executes that they go for. Let's keep our focus here into round number 2, where they have 4 sport. Utility looking decent. They have some Tech 9s, a couple of Deagles in the mix as well. No early lean towards Banana. They're giving that up towards the CTs, and they're just posturing towards second middle for any aggression. MDS, he was a hero on Dust 2. Some fantastic aims, some fantastic shots hit. Let's see if he can continue that form through.
But now it's kind of on the tees to make something out of this. Plenty of mollies, plenty of utility. Fully in on these Tech 9s, these Deagles. Sanji's going to have the first glimpse. Now, Lollipop's tucked in pretty deep towards quad, so you're not going to be able to see that. He does see MDS, though, and going to garner the attention of 1. That's Lollipop. And Sanji tagged up very low, but a great parting gift. Another? No, but good tag, though.
Yeah, Box standing and delivering here, though, and this is exactly what you expect from an M4 second round buy. Hoping for a Deagle shot on the swing. It's not to be. MDS, the shining beacon for the Belarusian squad, or at least the court. It's Nemiga Gaming, 2-0 to Virtus.pro. Map 3, Nemiga's pick, and this is probably the best chance they have for a map in the grand final. So a strong start. It should be the 3-0 conversion.
Yeah, and as I was talking about, they've won 10 in a row.
10.
So just to go through
bad.
some of those, we're looking at all within the tail end of this year. So since September, they beat Copenhagen Flames twice in a row. Hanaris, they beat them 16-7. Saw, Alternate Attacks, Espada, Spirit, Ethereal, Singularity, and Spirit again. So some decent names, some middle-of-the-pack names right there. If we want to take a look, while we just have this eco on screen, who the highest performers are for them on a map like this. Lollipop is number 1, Geo number 2, Speedak number 3. So the standard constellation.
Ooh, baby.
A couple of dinks. They'll be carrying a couple of guns across here. So everybody's staying alive. It's just that SMG in the hands of MDS, which is going to be considered a bonus rifle. Everybody else has what they need. M4A4s or M4A1Ss. And one of the key factors here is, because this has been the choice of Nemiga time and time again, traditionally, you would be starting on that T side, and that's where the lion's share of their rounds have come from. A total of 60%, or roughly 60% over those matches that I was talking about, is where a big chunk of their rounds has come through. So let's see how they can weather the storm here on their CT side. If they can win the half, they can get themselves 9-6. They're going to be hot to trot, but aggressive play. Look at this. Geo wants to take the fight. So did Lollipop. And Yakinda and Sanji, they deal with that very easily. 3 quick frags on the aggression.
Didn't love that. Speedak and MDS now split to the sites. Speedak heading over towards the apartment, swings in, finds Sanji, does take a lick of damage, but not too much, still operational.
Yeah, they should be finishing B, and that would just be the save call from the remaining CTs, but they gamble up on short, and they start pushing for info. So Kickit is going to be the spearhead of this assault, and timing will become a factor. Should VP take too long about this? It seems that the smokes are flying, and there's no one home to receive them, so this one will be all said and done. Speedak and MDS likely just going to be walking through T-Apps and saving. I don't think there's anything more. They're hoping to catch a lurker. That's why they're being so cautious. They know there could be a Yakinda lurking.
Weird watching the game again. I've started to play with the left-hand model.
Oh, yeah?
Seeing on the right hand is very weird.
It's one of those things where if you, people at home, you're feeling like you're getting a little bit sluggish in Counter-Strike or things aren't hitting as they normally would. I love just seeing the quick little switch of the hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gives you something new to focus on. Makes you... That's why players change their res or their crosshair.
I appreciate you.
It just gives you something different, right? It changes what you're looking at every single day, so it'll get that focus back towards the crosshair, which is where your eyes need to be at all times. I won't go off.
Player or crosshair?
Oh, I'm looking for the crosshair, but well, no, I'm looking for the player. But what I'm kind of meaning here is that I'm trying to think of a good way to explain it.
It's focus is there again.
Yeah, because you can lose it, right? You can lose that focus. It's very easy to do so. And I think by just adjusting something quite small within your setup, it'll just reorientate your eyes, get them focused back where they need to be. Double AWPs now. That's the answer from Nemiga going into their second gun round here. One for Speedak. He's picking down middle. One for Geo. He's over towards that B site with Box. Early utility over towards Banana. Molotovs to hold them back, but Buster's found the entry. Box has gone down. Might find the second. Geo tucking on down. The Molotov will tickle away, and that's going to force Buster to do the same.
Did enjoy watching Buster on this map before. I don't know if he's going to get away with as much as he did against Na'Vi, but if he finds that room again, I'll be very, very pleased to see that.
I'm excited just for these mid rounds. This is where VP do some of their best work.
Ooh.
Oh, that wallbang. Nice work, Sanji. Look at that. Suppressing fire. Forces MDS off the balcony. No fun for the CTs. They've lost all control. And they've gambled 3 on A. So as the util starts getting dropped on this site, Sanji pushes further forward. It's MDS for the balcony control, but if he gets distracted by short, Sanji can arrive. It's all about timing. They've softened him up. Sanji throwing in the Molotov. That's going to make MDS swing out. And it's Yakinda's job to finish the job. The flash doesn't stop him. Lollipop does, though. Stops both. Sanji and Yakinda caught by the spray. Kickit going to try and cut open B, but Geo has other plans, and Nemiga looking good for 4 here. A chance, though. Buster into the site. Wasn't ready for Lollipop as he finds his third, and it's a clean 4th for Nemiga. That's exactly what they wanted. Good start. Yeah. Solid delivery from Speedak as well. He's had 6 franks alongside Lollipop, the 2 hard hitters to start us off.
Yeah, timeout's coming through from VP now. I think the fact that they were able to get that opening kill almost for free there and not able to convert the round is worrying signs. Their T side normally quite procedural in the way that they take areas of the map and as they execute, whereas they make their final decision, they normally, at least with Na'Vi, were catching them in between rotations. Unable to do the same here, and now with James yet to have a frag, they have taken a timeout, talked to their options, decide what type of buy they want to be looking for going into round 6. They did have a slowish start on Mirage, so let's not forget that. Maybe they're just starting these maps a bit slower than they'd like. We're going to get an AK out in the hands of Kickit. The buys are coming through for the remainder of the members. Buster onto one Yakinda as well. Sanji, what have you got, my friend? Currently just a Glock. James got himself down to that Tech 9. Sanji must have a gun on the ground to work with. Double orb still being maintained from Nemiga. So let's continue to see how they are able to apply these. Mac 10 for Sanji. Could operate with something a little bit quicker or over towards the halls area. Halls and boilers good for the Mac 10. Head armor on everybody besides Geo, so won't get too much luck with the Mac 10 in regards to the heads exploding like a watermelon.
Okay, I want to see where the difference is found. Obviously that Virtus.pro round was a weird one when Nemiga just went walking down second mid, but Yakinda, if he comes online, there's always room to be found. He could be the key element to that, the instigator. I was impressed that MDS was able to kind of be such a nuisance.
Yeah.
Even just the last round. They'd cleared Pit, they forced him to the other corner, but unable to move him. But it does look like B is the desired spot, and Gio's been here the whole time. Not subtle with presence, tries to maybe preempt the shot, but nothing for it.
Second wave of utility should be coming any second. They'll execute on this. Rotation's coming in.
Here we go. Speed Axe on the way. Both orbs are going to be present pretty darn soon, and Box is gone, though. That's the site presence lost. Buster's going to be going through the smoke, and luckily for, I believe that was Gio, that Speed Axe was holding that. Now, Gio back on the screen, not finding any luck through that smoke. We've seen the plant that they go for. A little trickier. Now they're all locked on the site, excluding one. Yakinda loose towards Banana. There's the flash, nothing being offered up. Here we go, though.
Game needs a frag. Needs more than one. Here they come. Pre-fires. Double peek. James gets two. Sanji has to save him now. And he's done a poor job at it. Yakinda trying to stop the defuse. He's hit the necessary shot, but I'm afraid this time, Gio just in the nick of time with a successful retake. Nemiga make it 5.
Not very often.
Right down to the wire.
Not very often we see retakes on Inferno, especially in these early stages. So the fact that Nemiga have the balls to go for a round like that, you love to see it. James almost puts a stop to this. If he gets the third onto Lollipop, he definitely does. Sanji up close with that Mac 10, not really able to pull too much out. And there's the celebrations from the Nemiga boot camp. Lollipop loving it. Lollipop trying to get him fired on up. This is a best of 5, still potentially 3 more maps to come, or 2 more after this one, if Nemiga can pull off an upset victory. Orps, Org this time for MDS. 2 M4s, and the bar will be back on through. Sanji down to his SMG. Galil for James. The plant helped, the damage helped. VP, they're going to need 1 round to break the economy of Nemiga here, so they've continued to opt just for these rifles, but Gio's found a freebie through the wall. Things are going great right now for Nemiga. Let's just
follow it. Let's see how far they can go with it, because at the moment, with another opening frag, everything points towards an Amiga 6. Sanji and his app's presence. It's Org v Mac 10, though. I know who I favor in that one, and sure, MDS feels the same. Yakinda using that freedom provided by his teammate to position on Boiler.
Much slower than I expected. I think CIS, I think of those pace changes, the quicker pieces, but no.
It's very slow. Very, very slow. It doesn't feel like anything's happened besides that wallbang kill, and Gio didn't even see him. That's the real only contact we've had in this round so far, and now it's a Halls pop, and this is all on MDS.
Well, last time he was able to stay alive in this, but I'm not sure about it here. He's going to see one come out. Speed Axe helped him. Second, makes it free, but he finds a third. Yeah, Yakinda's out, but it's a 1v4 now. You're not going to get it. Speed Axe is actually playing quite nicely with the AWP here. We haven't really seen him come on and online as much as maybe some of the others in that team. Like, you know, we saw Lollipop doing well, a couple of others having a moment, but if he joins him, that's a new look for them and could be a good one.
And especially if he's finding a lot of impact on a map like Inferno, right? Think about this, the CT-sided AWP, and they're rocking a double CT-sided AWP. We've seen teams with great names in it, like MIBR, when they had Fallen and KNG within the roster, were trying to rock the double AWP setup on the CT side, and they couldn't do it. It was too costly. They weren't able to find impact. The utility usage was too good. Well, Nemiga are making it work right here, and VP are looking a little bit flat right now. Coming into this, they did opt to start on this T side. Only 1 round to their name so far, and they can't get a big haul of rounds like we've seen previously. I think the stat line that SEO pointed out for us yesterday was, what was it, 9 rounds on average?
Yep.
Yeah, so look, they can't even get, well, they still could get that. They need to start winning rounds from now, and it will just be a light buy. So unlikely scenes. Deagle, Mac 10 for Sanji again. 2 Tech 9s, P250 for James, utility once more. I do want to see a pace change. I do want to see a pace change.
I'm with you. Give me a little bit of something spicy, Virtus.pro. You've got 2 maps in the pocket. You can do what you want with it, really, at this point. And with the Tech 9s, maybe they feel a little bit more enabled to do so. But look at the damage they've received on the way. That molly is going to cost them even more. Yakinda's made it through, but only to his death. Nothing to be achieved yet.
Yeah, not yet. Sanji next target, well handled. Box fragging this time. Flash doesn't catch him, and Gio can't believe his luck. A repeat, finally a frag. It's only Buster though, and no bomb plant today. Locked down. And it's just a fragging distribution. It's such a huge discrepancy. Take a look at this. 5, 2, 2, 1, 3. VP just can't hit the necessary shots at the moment. It's just been an Nemiga lockout. And they chose this half. They chose to start on the attack. It's about now where they'd need to start changing the dialogue and finding a little bit more on the independent side of things.
Wow. This is a bit of a blowout. I mean, 7-1 can still be recovered from, but just the pace in which this is going feels like it's very favorable to Nemiga, but could still change.
For Banana.
Yeah, this was the pistol round almost.
I like the risk. I definitely like the risk here.
Let's see if the reward's in the right place. Kick it straight up Banana now after all the utility was poured through. Now they have peeled away. It looks more like a standard round now. 3 towards A, 2 towards B, and the T's straight up through quad. This isn't looking too well-rounded. They just want the fight, and they're going to get it, and they're going to lose it. Yakinda, again, thrown in and gets nothing.
The flash just didn't catch him. And that was their plan, and their CT's flash works. Lollipop spray doesn't. Box missing his AWP shot. Suddenly, this one has a bit more weight for VP. They smoke B. At least the Fnatic smoke to block off the site, isolate the duel onto that CT. Oh, and Gio finding Kickert's health down to 30. 70 damage inflicted, 50 seconds. They gather A. Resources pooled. Box has long. They head short. MDS gets one. Switching to the AK. Costs him his life. Speedak on site. Has to hit some good AWP shots here. James knows the likelihood and jumps across to bait the shot. Good shot from Speedak. Can't find the second. James continues to be a thorn in their side. He's on 3 frags. He could ace this. Sanji, the supporting cast.
Yeah, we saw James bailing them out on Mirage with that mad round he got on the CT side on that B side, but 3 kills on the T side here has done very well for them. Box, Gio trying to do something with this, but James probably got another here. Yeah, nicely done by James, very procedurally done. Doesn't look too flary really, but now Gio, the 1v2, he's creeping on this. He might as well give it a good crack. One on the site. Oh. And another one on the board for VP, but that's their second now.
Is James picking up the AWP and into halls? He's just keeping the AK-47, so not opting to pick up the AWP here.
Yeah, Sanji had one too.
It might be an indication of what type of a gameplay we'll see them going forward with. If they don't want to go for picks and they want to go for more of this map control style of play with getting the riflers up close and personal, that's a bailout round from James there. We've seen a couple of those. We've seen a couple of very big rifle rounds from James in the last few days, and that's good scenes that he's not just a one-trick pony. They need another round here, though, to VP to break the bank balance of Nemiga. Have gone back for this 4-man B lane once more. Lots of utility will be streamed on down. Buster might be in trouble here. Needs to reconsider his position as Box tries to one-way that smoke. Sees Banana clear, but it's still the early stages. Buster's lurking. Oh, Nade's great. More damage.
Oh, damn. Gio's doing very well with that.
Well, at least they've identified there's another AWP back on the B site. As soon as they hear Speed Axe, they'll know that there is 2. It's still very stubborn on this double AWP setup on Nemiga, and it is working. Scoreline 7-2 here. They lose this one, though, and they don't save any guns. They will have to eco. Setting up some dunk nades right now. This to land top of oranges. Nobody home to receive that. Box gets a little touch of damage there. I think he'd be complaining about. If this is a B set piece and they smoke that entrance, Box is in a great spot for a multi-frag spray down. There's the front sight. Oh, they're going for info here.
Box still blind. Lucky to keep his life. Held the ground and stays postured very far forward. Clearing on this, they can keep the information flowing, and maybe Lollipop heads right back towards A quite quickly. And that's exactly what they're doing. Reading into this, unafraid to check back in on Banana, gives them so much control now.
This is red. This might even have a 4th man over here if they don't go now.
Yeah, here they come. MDS has got himself the first. Speedak that finished off the job. Lollipop filling the gap. He doesn't want to overextend. And oh, well, with Speedak fragging, he will. Speedak's doing it all. The dude has defended A with an AWP and put the 8th on the board for Nemiga. They are running rings around VP here. 14 frags for Speedak. 4 of which were in that round.
They really just need this 2 rounds in a row here, VP. They're unable to break the economy, but they're so close. They're very, very close to getting it done, but by not being able to convert, Nemiga continue to get more confidence. Their mid-round plays for information have been fantastic. I was saying the same thing for VP yesterday on a few of their CT rounds, always jostling and fighting for position to take back some control. We've got Kickit very quiet at the moment, only 1 kill to his name, 3 for Buster. They bought again, but it's the pistols. Okay, the deagle of Yakinda. That's a great shot.
They still... Whoa, Box just...
What's changing here? What?
down.
They forced themselves into some weird fights right now. Everything's looking great for Nemiga, and then they took a couple of weird duels.
Yeah, this is going to be on Gio to do something with. Great work from MDS to remove Sanji, but look at this threat now coming. He's got them caught. Oh, if he got one more, that'd be a miracle. He tries to hit the 360 on the way out, maybe just trying to avoid being spotted, avoid the easy shots, but for now it's going to be a plant and a post-plant for some of the most dangerous players here. Jamin and Yakinda, AWP to hand now, rifle.
I'd argue the most dangerous on the CTs are retaking as well. MDS and Lollipop have both had their moments, and it's a crucial one. He said they have to break them. VP winning this clutch would start that process. You can see peanuts for SpeedAC and a $1,400 loss bonus will not be pretty. There's Yakinda, fills the feed, a third found as he drops the molly on the bomb. Oh, it's extinguished, a chance now, because MDS has found him.
Where it is.
He's closing the gap, Yakinda's on the predictable fight, trying to waste time. I think he's done it. Another clutch. MDS, Nemiga, another round, denied VP from breaking the finances. This is getting crazy.
Jeez.
That's another one.
Just a tiny misplay there. Molly going way too deep. If it landed on top of the bomb there, could have bought himself some time. That's the opening from Yakinda, just stand and pre-fire. Gio felt like he was good for a couple there towards top banana, but yeah, you could just see the smoke forcing that Molotov to get extinguished, and MDS not losing his cool. And it means a lot. Nemiga getting fired up here in the grand final.
Honestly, if they were playing at home, as dumb as this sounds, it might be harder to convince yourself of the comeback. That big, reverse sweep. When you're in the room together, everyone's getting pumped up. That motivation really does kick in, and now Lollipop's feeling it. Wants to press the issue, wants to get banana control, but just that little bit more than before. As Yakinda does break forward, though. This is fast and pacey, but he has been taken low, and that makes things easier for SpeedAC, less of a threat. And now a quick 3v3s emerge. We're at 1 minute 30. This is a very different pace of a game. James in a curious spot. I did wonder then if maybe Gio's going to push further down. He might have caught him, but no, it's still towards A here. SpeedAC going to close the gap a little. Takes down Sanji. SpeedAC is on it. This guy has emerged from nowhere. I thought Nemiga were done, and SpeedAC has very much a differing opinion to me. James dead. That is gorgeous work from SpeedAC.
Yeah, he's on for 18. 18 francs in 12 rounds of play. The dude's had a mad one ever since that AWP graced his palms. Brutal destruction of Virtus.pro here on Inferno. Look at this. Look at this. Just comfortable. No bullets in his direction. Catching James on the repeat. And so, 10 is found. This was a 10-5 half on Dust 2 that VP converted. Maybe Nemiga can do the same to them, or better, as they've got 3 more rounds to add to their tally. This would be quite the thrashing. Buster's got the flash. Drop in that bad boy. And it's Box and Gio battling for some banana control. Kickit's not taken a lick of damage throughout all of that util.
Oh, the wallbang's good though, isn't it? The wallbang's great. They just can harass the entire time. So when the utility subsides, he just spams the wall for free damage and they cover off. It's crazy stuff. Oh, it's getting so bad here for VP. They're getting mauled. What can they do?
It looks like they're going to attempt to B. I guess they don't really have much else to try on this. No subtlety shown here either. Steps, not sure if heard, but Gio well and truly aware. Showing his proficiency with the AWP as well. SpeedAC, you've had your fun. Look, I'm going to have mine. Nemiga continuing this very much further forward.
Well, it feels like all the energy for VP's kind of been sucked out of the room. They're not getting any work done here. Buster and Kickit, between them, 5 kills. You've only got 4 for Sanji. James and Yakinda doing their best. 10 for Yakinda, 7 for James. As you can see the scores on the doors right here. Timeout will be taken from VP. 11-4. Get pistol. Get the ball rolling. We get the story. Otherwise, this is Nemiga. They're going to close this one out nice and quick. And SpeedAC, 18 kills. You got 14 for Lollipop, 12 for Gio. MDS with 8. And 7 for Box. So everybody holding their own on Nemiga right now. But that impact, it really has to be pointed towards SpeedAC's AWP. Whenever there feels like there's a drama, an issue, VP trying to roll and take over some territory, SpeedAC is taking them down one at a time.
I like what they're seeing. I don't know how you break this. I mean, let's say you go for that fast piece towards B while you potentially have a stack against you. And there's also great utility usage. Okay, let's try A. Well, you've got one of the better AWPers right now popping off, so incredibly hard to break through as well. Quick rotations because they get that banana control. It's a very good CT side for Nemiga. I haven't seen this out of them yet, and maybe this was one of the keys to taking down some of those other opponents if this is what they look like when they get going here. Lollipop get himself in an early fight. Takes a bit of damage for it, but might get away. Think he has. Yeah, Speedak. Oh, looked a little too low there, and on the adjustment, Buster swings out. MDS, brave boy.
They got the AWP back, so at least they can't pick that one up, VP, but they have enough utility right now to work out and execute. 2 smokes, 4 Molotovs, some flashbangs. They have banana control. They don't know it. They're scared of the AWP, and, well, for good reason. Gio's been having a lot of impact over towards this side. Not necessarily always through the kills, but through that wallbang damage. I think his ADR was 120. Yeah, so you can see that he's doing a lot of damage in these rounds, not necessarily finding the frags, but finding the tags.
Look at the fear that they've put into him.
Okay, so they're cleared off towards Sandbag now, and they could just throw these smokes and execute onto the side. There shouldn't be too many problems. Gio won't force forward of this, but now that MDS is coming over on a rotation as well, one of these AWPs could take a risk. Molotov's being lined up. 40 seconds left. This is the all-in investment.
This is going to be it. That smoke, that molly, it's everything they've got here. Gio's on the site. He's ready. He adjusted. He had support.
Good flash. They probably won't get the bomb down.
Gap in the smoke.
A gap's been exploited by MDS as well. VP falling very flat at the mark here. A comfortable Inferno for Nemiga. Looking for another round. James denies. A nice shot. Gio's there as well, though, and the molly might force him forward. Does it spread? No, he's good. Box. A free duel. Oh, a Buster. He's managed to find Gio, baiting him out, and they can get a plant, maybe. 2v4 could manifest. The bomb goes down. Jane with an AWP, though, and he can continue to hit shots. So many times these 1v1s have gone Nemiga's way. Can James just pull one meager round out of the bag for his squad? A smoke on the bomb. He knows where they're coming from. Spots the head. And he's injuring it right in front of James' face. Oh my God, I can't believe it. He has. He's brained it.
No!
Bros don't fake, and MDS, he's got his contract signed. It's 12-2. MDS just humiliates him. Brutality in the server tonight. Nemiga not going to be thrown off by that Dust 2.
Oh my God. He just couple of Tech-9 shots. Was like, oh, he won't. Oh,
just diffusing in front of his face. James, you can see there was that paranoia. He didn't want to lose the duel over the smoke. It makes sense. Oh, we're on for 13 here, folks. We are on for 13. Nemiga looking to start the reverse sweep off with a bang.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that we get to see Vertigo. It feels like a while since I've seen it, and it looks like...
What?
When?
You just jumped straight past Speedak.
They're behind it. Ooh, that's a weird champ.
Yeah, but VP have got many frags as well. And MDS could be another one. Nice find from Yakinda. Looks like the final round of this T-side will go VP's way. But that's by no means a guarantee. It's an AWP on either side. Gio's been great on B. Speedak, of course. High fragging, high flyer.
Where do they go? I'm just looking to see which direction they head towards. So Speedak's on red alert, just sat in towards pit, AWP to hand. You got Gio on the way around. He's going to be kind of taking his time by library. Of course, it may be careful of, someone rapping or someone getting aggressive. And there goes one. There it is. Nice. Signed and sealed at the end. Virtus.pro not dead, but I mean, we're searching for signs of life at this point. This is a great half from Nemiga, but we have to see how things go on the switch. We have to see that other side. Do they close out? Do they take us all the way? I feel like they might.
Friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk, but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just wanna turn back time. Choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me drunk and you wanna talk but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place. Ain't coming.
So Nemiga make the statement, and it's a big one. These boys ain't quitting, and they're not going down without a fight. Set up for a conversion. All smiles, the boot camp, they hydrate, they caffeinate, and they prepare for what could very well be a quick second half. VP have only 3 rounds mustered over the course of our first half here.
Remember, one of those was that Jame round coming in. We've had some weird, wacky ones. That push down second mid, garnered them around. These haven't been repeatable ones. It feels almost like Mirage, but without that solidifying at the end. So, not sure how this is going to look for VP, but we're going to find out right about now. Kicker already going to be set up for success. Jame, Kicker making light work. That is quick as anything. Chad's still trying to have his dinner.
Let me tell you about a story, guys.
Okay.
It's called Convert the Force Spy,
Yep.
Win the Eco,
Right.
Convert the first gun,
Right.
Win against the half buy,
Right.
Okay.
Win against the second gun round,
Right.
And, well, we've already got VP up to 9 rounds.
So, at that point, you're saying just click on the heads and win the game.
Yeah, so if you do the 5 headshot strategy every single round, if your in-game leader calls that,
you just...
Yeah, you're very likely to win the round. So basically, as you're leaving spawn, first of all, as an in-game leader, what you want to say is buy guns. Very important.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I can already see the Nemiga's done not as well as Virtus.pro at that.
So they've kind of changed it. They've gone, go with the eco, then go with the buy.
I see.
Then go with the half buy. You know, so they changed. The pattern can be changed a couple of ways, but they didn't opt for the 5 headshot strategy this round. They just opted for the 2 headshot strategy. It's still a good one.
Well, I think they said Buster go kill that round.
Okay. Yeah,
So
well, that is contrasting as well. It really depends on the conviction of the call. So scoreline now 12-5. AKs will come out. This is the real test for VP. Pistol round, that's a coin toss against just the Glocks, a little bit of upgraded pistols. Nah, this is the round. They have 2 FAMASs and an MP9. If they can win this one and upgrade to AK-47s across the border, at least with 3 players remaining, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas, and they are doing it all in. They had 4 players. They had 5 players headed towards B. James got the last-minute message. Hey, buddy, 1 too many. He's gone back over towards A.
This is very odd.
See if this one's a long-lasting B stack or just the early
They played him.
Trying to channel the T squad into A, and that's exactly where they're headed. Will the rotate arrive in time? James got a lot to deal with here. Oh, and Kicker caught with the incendiary in his hands. James, a lot of work ahead of him, using apartments to hide. Bad spray. Nade could finish off Lollipop, but he retreats nicely. And they have A control completely locked in. Gio's even got the rotate on Banana, locked and completely loaded. Good dunk onto Lollipop. That's a frag and a good flash. Gio stabilizing. He's down to 5 HP, but he finds the frag. Uh-oh. I'm feeling the save call. James gone down. Just Sanji, just Yakinda. 2 versus 4. Nemiga right back into the winning ways.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. That's not good. I saw a chance for it, though. That James little swing, if that was clean, okay, Lollipop's dead.
I mean,
a bit of this.
Gio getting away with 5 HP full flash. That's
That could be another. That could have been 2 clean kills.
Won that frag.
Yeah, it's not good. As I said, for Virtus.pro, I do... You know, I've spoken about Nemiga's kind of mental in this one in a way. You're sat in a room together, everyone's kind of pumped up, you're having a good game now. You've come back in with a round that, as you said, if VP had got that, maybe we could build maybe the narrative and understand how it could happen. Now with it not going that way, it gets trickier. So VP, they're in for a slog here.
Yeah, this is a tough one for them to dig themselves out of. You can see it's just going to be them 4 and the Famous. I'm not sure if they should even force by right now. It was just the 1,400 loss bonus coming on through. James actually going to be able to purchase up an M4A1S, and they are going to go all in. Kick it one to the Deagle and Kevlar. Buster, he's just going to go with similar scenes here. It's not the Gambit call, not the 4 AKs walk up middle with no utility, no sounds, and play contact strategy from Nemiga this time round. It's an actual standard default. They're actually going all in towards Banana early, so no presence towards alt mid, just Lollipop patrolling towards the top mid smoke right now, and the rotations come on through. You can already see one player cheating on over. That will be James. Kinder only has 1 smoke to drop here, so the longer he holds onto this, probably the better. He's thrown it out now. That'll be gone by 1 minute. If you VP, you almost want them to come to the B site. You almost want to lure them in here. You don't want to hold them back, because if you dissuade them too much, well, guess what? It's just going to be that stack over towards Porch with only 2 members. This is a problem.
All right, folks. What you got? Buster's push for info Banana. Sanji's got a lot of work ahead of him. Here we go. Good shooting. If he gets 2, wow, Kicker has done enough. Even tags up another, but he lost Sanji in the process, so no immediate punish. Buster's rotated in. They don't have info on A. Speedak's working on resolving that. Gio joining the pack. This could be Box. It has to be Box. He's missed his shots. Finishes off the job. Buster does give them the numbers advantage, and they are on the ropes here. Speedak could relieve a lot of pressure here. Gio looking to catch that library rotate. He spotted James. And he takes space. Gets fined by James just as he rounds the corner. So Speedak handed a clutch.
Been the superstar of this map so far. This could be the cherry on the cake. That's one. Expects the push. Kinder.
Close. Very close. You can see their mindset. So if anyone was wondering what the call or the reasoning was for James taking a bit of a gap there, he wanted to crouch around Speedak's box line of sight, and then they could be taking contact from 2 very different wide points of contact. So that's 13. That's 13 to 6, though, as the retake comes in. And it is going to be an Nemiga tactical timeout brought to you by the US Air Force. Just straight away, as soon as they manage to post another, get back onto the thinking caps.
I really like this because they have such a lead, taking these timeouts early just to discuss through their options instead of just going, no, let's run the default again, or let's run this round again and letting the game get ahead of them. They can have the coach keeper chime on in, have a chat to the squad, decide how they want to approach the following rounds, because still 3 to find, but it is a grand final. Right, it is a grand final, and they don't want to be dropping any unnecessary rounds here. They will purchase on back in. There's a Gorilla's the only emission there for MDS. Lollipop has an AK, and he has a bit of utility. The same can be said for Speedak, Gio, and Box. On the VP buy, well, they're working with a rough one. We can see the Famous is in hands of Kicker and Sanji right now. There's a gun on the ground, and it is an AWP for James, so he has to find impact with that weapon. That was actually dropped across, I do believe, by none other than Sanji. VP can win this one. It will force Nemiga down to a save. So there's an important round ahead here for VP in their comeback.
Yeah, and Gio's looking a little too aggy there. Yakinda, oh, he will fight this till the death of him. However, he gets to keep his life this round, does a good bit of damage on 2, takes their life and backs away.
That's a big second kill. It's a freebie through the smoke. No idea, just some blind spam, and finds them a 5-on-3 advantage within the early stages. 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. 3 smokes, 3 flashes, and AK-47s. If Nemiga can crack their way into the site, they could set themselves up with a post plant, but guess who's here? It's James.
Good lean from James, and now it's just Box. Overwhelmed. Nice round from Yakinda there. 3 of the kills. Now, keep in mind, the first one, very nice. The second, blind, but very well considered, of course, and the third, just going to help things out. So they do live to fight another day.
Okay, well, now it is... Oh, Boxer's bought straight in here. This is going to be a curious round. Just the third from Yakinda here. final frag from Buster. So the replay's giving you all the action. Yeah, so Box has gone all in with this. Maybe he just wants to keep the CT economy honest. Can't let VP have too many clean rounds. If they start to get that economy really building, they can take more risks. Box operating here under the assumption he needs a few. Already tagged and dead. Not the start he was looking for.
And there goes the rifle.
Yeah, this is where VP start what will be a long and lengthy journey towards closing it out on Inferno. I don't believe they have the capabilities, and Nemiga surely have done enough hard work. 13's a magic number. Yakinda does get a double, though. And so making this one simply a matter of time. 21 rounds of play and a large gap already. 6 rounds to overcome just to equalize. It will be 5 at the end of this one. James' shot confirms it. Speedak and unarmored Deagle. Ooh, catching a nade right on the buttocks. Dickett confirms his location. It's Sanji. How frisky is he feeling? Good shot. Speedak. 1 bullet, 1 kill, but only that. 8 now for VP. And they are, well, 5 rounds to the good. 5-1 is the score of our second half here. Don't forget, VP wanted to start on that T side, and it didn't go to plan.
Let's see if Speedak opts for the AWP here. Would be Glass Cannon if he was to do so. No, it's the AK and utility. So Box is now down to a Tech 9. He had the Hero AK in the previous round. Means he won't be able to buy as potently in this one. Now, VP is setting themselves up, but they still haven't built that buffer of cash. You can see residual is only enough for Kickit and Jame going forward. So as we look into round 22, VP need to continue to keep these guns up. More of a banana focus this time from Nemiga. They aren't getting battered and spammed through smokes to start this one off, but Yakinda was about to be flashed in. That Molotov keeps him back. Lollipop doing a great job here, pushes back both Jame and Kickit from close mid, so information's been taken away now. This is the standard play that we see, right? So you get the half-wall smoke, you get the Molotov towards the car position. That allows the CTs to operate, knowing that no one is in front of that, holding them at bay for a little bit longer and retooling as Nemiga up towards middle. No information right now for Virtus.pro, and that's why they've actually cheated a third man to be.
So as the flash flies in and they take mid control, Jame readies his AWP. Vulnerable to apartments, Kickit holding close as well. They were really going for a passive crossfire on A, and well, it's worked out because it's deterred them into the stack.
Is very back and forth. With 45 seconds, they could do this 2 more times if they really wanted, but MDS being tasked with cutting off these rotations, that's going to be heard. They know that mid to B will be a possibility. You can see Sanji, his eyes are already turned towards CT spawn. But back they go again. This is what I'm talking about. There's so much time to do this on Inferno because of the quick rotation.
They've got perfect 5v2 on the site. This should be Nemiga's round. Here we go. 20 seconds though. Time sensitive. No flash, it's on Speedak. He hits the first. Jame with a lot to do. MDS dinked up. Nice damage. Jame catching nades. 12 seconds though. Lollipop's so flashed he can't get the frag. He's got his Glock out. Dropping his weapon while Flash the no-scope's not gonna hit. Jame eventually does. The bomb's loose and this round is going VP's way. My God, the chaos in the final 15.
Oh, get tagged.
Absolute madness. I can't believe that. The fact that Lollipop runs out of bullets while Flash, he actually just presses the drop button just so he knows he's got something equipped. That was crazy. I'd love to see that again in the highlights. Don't know if we will.
Wild.
Yeah, timeout was called. We would have ample time. It's 13-9.
It's just so wild that, you know, he gets that kill and then it looks like he should be good for Jame. It should be good to get Jame, and then Jame hits the no-scope. Look at this, though. Only 1 round so far to the name for Nemiga, and that was a gamble call. What they went for on that round number 18, was just walking up middle. 4 players up middle as they sold just the default banana presence, able to capitalize on that stack from VP, punish Kicker coming through the library, and take away round number 3 within the second half. At this point, with no plant, the saved AK in Speedak's hands, and money not enough to go for a full buy, Nemiga might want to try for a set piece now. Try for something which is... you know, your Tech 9 heavy, your P250 heavy with the armor, with your smokes, with your mollies, with your flashes, and have one of these second mid-set pieces. The pit wall smokes we like to see, sometimes smoking off towards that moto area. Arch and library is also good. And then try and just capitalize with numbers. See if you can snowball a kill or 2. Other options this time around are using Speedak as your spearhead of the attack. Just get that AK out there, get him forward. He's actually extinguishing a Molotov here. He's quick, and he's going for the entries.
Ooh, we've seen Buster. Dies to it. Buster stays alive, 8 HP. All that utility stays into play. The rifle does get picked up by MDS.
Kinder, no. Overextension. Look how low Buster is.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work ahead of him. He's going to get pre-fired by MDS. Sanji, can you save us? Save the day. He needs 3. Gets the 3rd as well. Lovely stuff. Puts Lollipop into a clutch. And that's the only way VP would have even had a voice into this round. Now it is a voice, but will it be a successful one? Drops the incendiary, ready to play this one out. Kickett's on the hunt, separated from James, so we will isolate these just by the nature of their positions into 2 1v1s, Lauren. He will get what he wants.
It's that first kill that means everything. If he gets it, it'd been game on. He doesn't. It's Kicker to save what could have been a very scary round after that overcommitment from the young man Yukinda.
Now, he wanted to stop them from getting that AK, but all in all, he basically gave up the B site there. So this is one of those impact rounds from Sanji. Sure, he might not be topping the charts in terms of the frags when these guys play, but these 3 kills, absolutely essential. So we're going to sing the Sanji praises when he does something like that, because he has avoided nightmare scenario for VP. 13 to 10. Plants, great. Damage is fantastic. Guns come out. Speedak onto that AWP. We finally get that duel back on the board. He had so much impact with that in the first half on the CT side. Let's see what he can do here on the T half, because they need him. Nemiga now, they've been held to just 1 round on this T side so far. BP going for a 3-man B lean at the start. Not going to throw out too much utility, just the little nade damage, and here comes a second. Second one is great. Damage to Geo and Box.
Another one. Box down even lower now. This isn't bad at all. There's that molly, isolates Geo from the others. Maybe noting Sanji, but doesn't matter. Backs into the molly of Buster. And again, Banana is being won by the CT side here.
They've got complete control, and Yukinda's about to confirm that. Pushing on down will clear logs. They can get that rotation. Sanji's on the way, but is he too late?
Yes, Box should finish this. And he does. But is it too late? So detached now. Lollipop needs a frag, and he might get it here. Kicker's been spotted, dropping off, playing a passive game. Jane even trying to hit the deagle shot. He's mad. And there you go. He gets sprayed. Timer on all of this. Into the site, though. That smoke has enabled MDS to cross. Kicker being hunted down. Oh, doesn't spot him. Yeah, he hears him, but that's enough. James catches Lollipop's hunt. 3v2 now. Bomb in middle. Oh, no way. Box gets 2. He does.
Didn't even move.
Hasn't left. He steps and he still gets another. Sanji knows where they're both coming from, and he is right in between them. MDS to save the day. Not today. Sanji again with the VP bailouts. Another crucial frag, and now, well, Box, what can you do? 20 seconds. He wants the AK. He's picked up the bomb. He could knife out to B, but it would have to be knife out. They'll hear this. They'll check this. James on the run.
Race.
James on the run. He's got an incendiary. If he can get that down, I reckon Box is cooked. No, it's close. It's so close.
Very close.
He's opted for the AWP. He doesn't have the visual. Molly could be good. 9
Box,
HP.
This is terrifying.
He's gotten away. He's got a chance here, folks. Spots 1. Hit it. James gone. This is magnificent. Looking for a 4th. And he sees him through the smoke. A miss. He's vulnerable. He's panicking. He's got 9 HP. Sanji only needs to hit the 1, and he does. VP extend. And the CT side comeback continues.
Sanji has saved them so many times. That was so close. Oh my God.
How did that get so close? The kid didn't leave T-spawn. It's like playing Dust 2 in a pug, and you've just rotated back over to the B side, and the guy just came back from being AFK. Box there with so much impact. Oh, unlucky not to be able to convert that one right there as Sanji pulls them out of another hole. The buy, the damage, it's good. The Virtus coming back through and AWP for Speedak once more. 22 kills. He needs to find another. An opening would be great. An overextension from VP is what Nemiga need to find now. Is looks like the pace is going to slow down just a little bit, and there's the opening.
Uh-oh, Yukinda, another early death. He's been stomaching them throughout this second, make it 3rd map.
Maybe that little bit of inexperience showing at times. Maybe just wanting to do so much that he does a little too much for the team and overextends, gets punished for it. And now, again, costs them quite a big presence towards B.
Yeah, an early disadvantage puts Buster on so much notice, but like this is where it becomes like a game of chess, right? Do Nemiga believe the CTs have stacked B on the loss of 1? If they do, they'll want to fake B and go A. If they don't, then there's Buster with James rotating in as fast as he possibly can. It's a good smoke. Will block him off.
Buster's still operating with a molly in a
all
smoke
he did,
himself.
interesting, that actually sells it even more that it could be the B stack from the CTs. James has gone and thrown that smoke, but he's rotated off. They don't seem to be showing any interest in slowing. That smoke's important. Needs them to be gray screened. Needs them to be walking through vulnerable. Look at this. Surely they go back to A, or are they that stubborn? Okay, they're heading into the VP pincer. 30 seconds, Nemiga. Time is not your friend.
Oh, he fluffed the molly. It's gone into the smoke. It doesn't matter. They're clearing out towards mid. They're going all in.
Oh, God. This looks like a disaster just unfolding in front of us. There's so many players. That nade could be massive as well. It is. It's huge. It's even taken down Speedak. The molly towards Sanji, but it doesn't matter. Kicker's going to get played in off the back of this. This is a lovely bit of work from VP. Somehow stabilizing with very few rounds coming into this half. And Box and Geo have nothing to do.
Yeah, they have to back away. And, I mean, the credit... I don't know where exactly to point it because admittedly Buster did nothing, but the fact is that he was ready and waiting, getting that timing on the smoke, having his incendiary should they have disrespected it. It was all about rotting the clock to the point where Nemiga didn't know what was behind that smoke anymore.
It's a massive call to make. Most teams in that scenario would play a 2-2. They would do exactly that. They'd have two guys on the B side, they'd have two guys over towards A, but VP with that play took a gamble, took a risk, and continued this comeback. That first half.
I thought we were going. I 100% was already like
vertigo.
Vertigo stats. Yep. Let's look at them. I was fully bigging up the Nemiga reverse sweep first notch.
Yeah.
First notch is no longer the conversation. The conversation here is a VP really going to outdo, what was it, a 10-5 half?
12-3.
12-3. Good grief. Outdo a 12-3 half here in the second. So far, they have. In fact, they've picked themselves up. What is it? 7 plus 2 is hard math. 9 of the 10 rounds of play.
Oh, I think they're going to tie things up here, and if they do, we know the max loss bonus is in play time and time again for Nemiga, so the plant becomes essential. But check this out, bare bones in regards to utility. The AWP once more. Speedak got offered a freebie in the last round. I don't think he'll get offered up another. Deep smoke, that's going to buy them a lot more time here.
Well, Speedak was pivotal in that first half. Obviously a little bit trickier to make play on the T side, and James showing off already on his CT side. Finding Lollipop is a great way to start things.
I think they've identified a buy as well. With that kill, James would have seen the AK-47. They know some utility towards Banana. They know what they're dealing with now, VP. Can batten down the hatches. They've rotated a fourth man.
Sanji playing from quad, support from Kicker. This is individual and it's great. Virtus.pro just absolutely exploiting everything Nemiga try and do. And now, just one, Geo. And the bomb, well, he's at least got it.
I think he might just save, right? Next round, it's only the 3,400 loss bonus here. That's not enough money for anybody to be buying with. The AK with the head armor, much more valuable. It means he won't be able to buy any nades, but at least he could be used as a bit of a blunt object. Searching forward now, not sure how much he wants to commit to this. Most nightmare scenario is going down after the time. Kill onto Sanji's nice. Not a bad start, but a 1-on-5 as he's slowly being crept on in on. Look at this vice grip tightening from all angles. One towards Halls, one towards top mid, one flanking towards T-Spawn. Banana pressure as well. And here he is, Yukinder, he spotted him. That call's going to come on through, backing on up. Kick knows it's coming. And he's going to finish off Geo there. So 13-13. I didn't think I'd be saying this in this map. It's tied all up here. And well, Nemiga should take a partial buy. They should opt for the pistol upgrades with utility. Save enough cash to buy in the next round. Give VP... Okay, Mac 10. AK.
Oh.
Okay, AK head armor. Tech 9 utility. Geo Tech 9 utility. MDS has left enough to buy. So they've all left enough to buy in the next round other than Lollipop. This looks quite threatening. Heading over towards alt middle with the lion's share of their forces here. That means they're going to probably set up a bit of an execute. Lollipop wants a kill. He wants a headshot. That's why he has the AK. His focus is just going to be on that crosshair. Maybe no rush here for Nemiga either. Wait out this early utility from VP. Don't get harassed. Don't get tickled on down. Stay alive and then give yourself the chance to isolate some jewels.
Information for Yukinder. No one on Banana so far. Deeper nade now facilitated. Goes fine, Geo, just a touch. You can leave Buster now to kind of keep that under check. And it looks like Yukinder's already going to start leaning towards A now.
So they do have these two smokes. One smoke's now gone out towards top of Banana to deny some vision. So Buster's going to lose this. That might force the rotation of Yukinder back, and the dink definitely helps. they're just playing this like a gun round, Nemiga. They waited out the utility. They didn't brute force their way in, and now they're using bodies to do exactly what they would normally with those Molotovs.
A lot of eyes on Lollipop. Got to see what he's going to be able to manufacture in his apartment. Yekin has been getting good timings, and so has Sanji. A double.
That's the AK goal.
That's the AK. That's the round. Gio walks on up into the aim of James. Now, Nemiga, I can't help but start the conversation now about mental. You know, Counter-Strike, every player has said it in every interview as long as this game has existed, that Counter-Strike is a mental game. But to be 12-3 up against a team that you not only know inside and out, but have been struggling to beat over the course of the first 2 maps, to be on your map pick and to be 12-3 up, that highest high of that 2-minute break, juxtaposed now with round 28 and the murmurs of agreement and silence falling upon your team speak as you realize that those opportunities you had, that abundance of chances, has now fallen to an advantage for your opponent. Everything you worked for in that first half redundant. Your decision-making from now on is the only determining factor that separates you from a 3-0. That's where the mental gets tested. That's where you have to prove to yourself that you have what it takes. James will be forced to flash off MDS here as he pulls the pin on his smoke grenade, trying to get that mid presence. Makes sense. And mid is theirs. Brackets conceded. Nemiga have top mid.
First time they've got, well, first time they've got both parts of the checklist cleanly. They haven't lost a player for it.
Nice resmoke. Look at that. Look what that does to the mid take. It's like, do you want to push through? Or do you want to abandon your teammate? And they have. Speedak's in Bovida. He isn't able to do too much with that. They'll wait for it to fade, and about the 50-second mark, we'll start seeing what the next step is. What is Nemiga's plan here? James doesn't know. He's relocating between Long and, well, with Sanji's position, he doesn't have to worry about it. I hate the idea of San. Like, whenever you're playing this bait role where you can't jiggle for info, it is all about sense and timing as well as the comms. Sanji's going to have a sixth sense for when the timing is right.
I wonder if he'd heard that smoke.
Kicker, what are you up to?
Wait, is Kicker pushing on this? He is. He's seen everything. Oh, the spray's excellent. 3. And as you said it, Sanji just had to play the timing, commits the spray. It wasn't pretty, but he gets the job done.
Yeah, the way he looks up.
Like, oh.
Look at this, right? They took the partial buy in the previous round so they could get AKs out for round 28, and they didn't get any damage whatsoever. Now with the 3,400 loss bonus again, they have to limp in. And they have to limp in with an AK without head armor on Lollipop. They have to get Gio with an AK and just a smoke grenade. Speedak could get an AK as well, but no utility. MDS and Box could operate with some MAC-10s or Khalils with utility, but that's all they're operating with in their final timeout. The final chance for Nemiga. It's here, it's now. They've looked good. We've seen some big plays. Speedak within that first half on the AWP, phenomenal. Gio harassing over towards the top banana with the same. But now they're up against their toughest opponent throughout this tournament, and it will be VP, 1 round away from securing the 3-0. Been a long climb for VP ever since they made the final of the major last year. Oh, September of 2019. We're in bloody October of 2020, and finally some pieces of the puzzle have been changed. Yakinda's come in, the team's retooled, and they're looking good again, looking good to pick up a domestic final.
Same exchange of utility. Sanji, deep molly. Box still trying to find the sweet spot. How do I stay alive here? That was an early stack towards B that's now been dismantled, heading back to more traditional positions, but they have stacked A early here. So you do have Buster on an island, and that nade again. Oh. Good damage, everything going the right way, but Buster has to keep this together. All on him. Spots out 1, maybe a second potentially. Molly goes in, smoke goes up. He just needs to live. Buy time on rotation. Box. He's in there already. These guys are aggressively pushing this one. James now coming over, but that bomb surely gets planted.
Okay, Buster will find a jewel, and he's won it. Oh, there's so many behind that smoke. I can't believe he's got it away.
He's alive.
Yeah. Lives to tell the tale. A fake plant. They want to fight him, and eventually they find him. Buster's gone through the smoke. CT's for this retake. This could get sketchy, though. Will they really find him? They're so grouped up. There could be a multi-hard spray. Box gets it. Looking good. Nemiga holding on. Kick it into the side, though. Spots Gio with a great drive-by. Speedak, though, as well. Sanji onto Box. Maybe we've got a problem. There's still plenty of time. There's kits on both of them. Smokes as well. This gets scary. It's getting even worse. Speedak has to clutch. He's got 2 targets. James found him. I think they've got time. And just like that, the comeback is complete. Virtus.pro from 12-3, it's 16-13. And they have completed it. Practically spotless run throughout. Virtus.pro, your champions of IEM New York 2020 for the CIS region. Yekinder is first Tier 1 Grand Final. That is magnificent. And your champions of IEM New York CIS are Virtus.pro.
Did not think we would see VP coming back from that after the woes that they have had on their CT side throughout this tournament. They've been building. They have been working towards this, and hard work, it's paid off.
It is a lot of hard work. I mean, just that half. 12-3. I am sorry, that's Nemiga's. That has to be Nemiga's. Virtus.pro have just pulled an absolute mad one, a slippery victory, and a great defense on Inferno. Something to be proud of, there's no doubt about it. But a best of 5 as well, and doing it in 3.
Tell me at the start of this tournament, this CIS region, yeah, I'd accept a Spirit win, maybe. You know, maybe Gambit, throw them in there. Forza, great team. Virtus.pro, I'd put a question mark, but I've been corrected. I now know who is in that next tier down. Are they the next ones to come in and push Na'Vi further? Take maybe a little bit of that CIS fame now.
Really happy to see Sanji finding, you know, a house for his talents, because those talents are often harder to quantify, harder to measure, harder to put value in. But look what he's doing for VP over the course of this grand final. The amount of times he bailed them out on Inferno, the multi-kills he was finding, those hero 1v1s that he ended up clutching. Like, Sanji's a safe pair of hands. And I don't know how many of those exist in that region.
Yeah, I think here when you look at Sanji and the fact that he is now not just a guy dropping guns, he's actually finding impact, because it's not just James going for frags. They have Yekinder to open things up now. Looks like Buster and Kicker have found some confidence back. So this is good, and this is a great step for VP going forward, because we're going to see more from them. I want to see more from them against the tier 1s. And this could just be the tip of the iceberg for them, because there are so many talented players within this roster. I'm really excited to see what the future holds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's magnificent, and a huge congratulations in order to Virtus.pro. To focus on the Nemiga loss a little bit, it kind of comes back to what I was talking about just at the end, closing stages there of Inferno, a mental game, Chad. I think you, better than anyone, can help explain to those uninitiated the mental battles and throws you go through in a series.
For them even getting through the playoffs, right, against 2 teams who, for the rest of the world, looking at maybe matchup specific, you could argue, yeah, against 4s here and there, but it's a squad who's going up against teams in a higher profile environment than normal, going up against the bigger names, making it to a grand final against an already experienced team. Other than Yekinder, VP have the experience at this level, and it showed here today. So Nemiga put up a fight. Maps 1 and 3 were pretty exciting. Dust 2 was a blur. We knew that was going to be the case, but all in all, we've seen some shining moments from almost every single member of this Nemiga roster. And we saw Speedak with some great AWPing, Lollipop with some good maps, Geo even getting some impact as well. So MDS with his aim on Dust 2, even though they got blown out. All in all, I think Nemiga here as a team, we weren't even expecting them in the playoffs, so they've done better than what we considered at the start of this tournament.
Yeah, I think this just means the CIS region is a little stronger than I expected, which is my fault. Maybe I got a little overtaken by the shadow of the giant, but I see underneath it, I see the teams who are waiting to bubble forward, and they're all damn good.
Yeah, they're all fantastic, and I don't even think they're gunning for Na'Vi's seat. No. I think they're just going to try and make their own. Yeah, they've got their little camping one out, they're slamming it down wherever they please. But it is time for our Mountain Dew Game Fuel Power Plays, which is one of my favorite segments. We take a look at the best plays of the series. You guys choose which one is your victor, and there is 5 to choose from usually, and we'll be working our way down that list. Usually they're on my telephone device. I'm going to have a little look.
They're in there, but they've got some funky names, so we might just have to start rolling them, because we can't really give you too many of the plays without seeing them ourselves. So this was James on the AWP save.
Yes, this was probably the first and last one for you to vote for. It is an eco save that had no impact on the game whatsoever.
But it was a classic James moment. Yeah. If people want a meme out, they get a meme option.
You get the James
time. No, not cool, not great. Don't vote for that one. Let's have a look what number 2 is. It's Yekinder, who is second on our list, and he's locking down the site.
Oh, this was another classic Yekinder play. We saw this against Na'Vi. We saw it against Nemiga today. And this is the one that he finishes off with the style points on the knife kill, taking his time.
Oh, come on.
Waiting to the back was presented.
That's gotta be
no, actually, I don't know, guys.
That's got to be the
James
vote.
saved his AWP. That was pretty impressive,
but wait till you see number 2.
We just did.
I mean, number 3.
Yeah.
Counting is tricky.
It is tough.
1, 3, 2.
That's
Here we go.
Yeah,
okay.
it's Speedak, and he is holding the door. Just An impressive 4K over the course of the 8 takes, and that was back in the day when it was 10-2.
Do you remember those days?
Just felt like moments ago, really, didn't it? What's number 4? What's the fourth player of the day?
Who? Kick it.
Oh, this was a nice little spray down as well.
I mean, it inspired Alex to potentially change his mind on which gun he's rocking.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll commit to that, but I like the idea at least. So if Kicket's inspired you, vote for him. But that's the 4. I think there's a clear winner. There's definitely a clear winner in that. I think he's going to be MVP of the tournament for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with that, actually, really, to be fair, considering they are victors of the entire region and of the entire tournament bracket. So yeah, Yakinda MVP in our books, an unofficial MVP. I'm sure we'll see other discussion points. I don't know who else would have
James, maybe he was pretty high.
Statistically, like, I think you were telling me they took over, like, Yakinda was leading through groups. James took the playoffs, now finals. Maybe he's closed up.
Maybe Yakinda has. He did top with a plus 18 over the 3
While
maps,
he's having a look at the stats, I want to remind you, head over to @IEM on Twitter to let us know which one you think is the Game Fuel play of the day. And we'll have another look at them, I'm sure, before we get this one wrapped up. Before we do that, you guys cast your votes. And we sit here umming and ahhing because it's our last day, guys.
Yeah, well, all in all,
9 weeks of Counter-Strike.
It has been long.
9 weeks, 2 months and a bit of our faces on your screens. I honestly cannot believe anyone is still watching. Thank you. And thank you for not being nasty to us.
You were quite nice.
Most of you.
Most of you.
He embraced Chad. Think, you kidding me?
I understand why you'd be mad at us at this point. I'd be sick. I'm sick of me, and I have to live with me.
I'm allowed to be sick of me.
Yeah, you guys can be sick of us as much as you want, but it sounds fantastic news has just hit my eardrums.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is time for that winner's interview, obviously. And I don't blame him for taking his time. I think some celebrations were probably in order. Yakinda is calling into the studio. We said we'll speak to you tomorrow, and look who it is. It's the smiley star of the VP show. Yakinda's done it. And in 3, dude, Inferno. What the bloody hell was that?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine, dude. Yaguchi.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Like, Mirage and Dust were like 2 maps that we were... I know, we knew that we probably would win those maps. And of course, Inferno, the map that we picked a lot during the tournament. I understood that maybe Nemiga could put the show because Nemiga actually plays good on that map because they won Spirit. And... I don't know, at first half it wasn't working.
Nothing worked.
But I'm glad our mental didn't change from the start of the game to the end of the game. So we just, we knew we could come back, and that's what we did. I'm glad we won.
So for you guys here, your CT sides have normally been the problem on your Inferno, but this time around you get a massive haul of 13 rounds straight. There was some really good calling going on in terms of which bomb sites to stack after losing opening kills. Was that James calling those? Was that the prep going in from Dust? What was that? Because there were some rounds where you lost some opening kills and you still gambled correctly.
Like most of our teammates said probably in interviews, and I probably said it as well, we're doing our homework. We're getting ready for the enemy. We know what enemy does around the map, and that's what helped us to stack correctly and do the right decisions. We always knew what rounds they have left that they didn't try, because like a lot of rounds they did, and it didn't work like at all. And we knew that they wouldn't do it probably second time in a row, and that's why we focused on the other rounds that we know that they are doing.
Okay. A genuine question, just from your perspective. Now you've gone and gone from rookie to joining a team, getting a salary, and now winning a trophy. How does the Counter-Strike compare from being, kings of the Pug Castle to winning a competitive grand final? How different does the CS feel? Is there any standout differences between that 2 types of Counter-Strike for any of our budding Pug stars?
Well, I mean, a lot changed since the day I joined because these teammates are really hardworking. Like before, I never had those type of hardworking teammates that always sending some screenshots, some off angles, some strats and all the grenades and all that. Excuse me, everything. They're sending me everything, and that allows me to actually appreciate my team and work hard as well. That's why I'm grinding FPL all the time, and the motivation of the team is so high. It's amazing. That's the main point that changed actually.
Okay, so Yakinda, what's next for VP? What's the next tournament? When do you get back to practice? What's on the horizon?
I'm pretty sure we have loot but playoffs and a 9 to 5 tournament that we're gonna play, but after that we're gonna play Flashpoint in November, if I'm not mistaken. So probably Flashpoint is the higher level tournament that we're gonna play next.
Exciting.
Yeah, you got some big names attending that event, so I look forward to seeing some more scalps from the Virtus.pro Polar Bear. Congratulations, Yakinda. Looking forward to seeing you guys in your next professional endeavors. We're going to grab an interview with with Lollipop from Nemiga, so we'll go do that. Thank you for your time, bro.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Peace and love. Yakinda, a big smile on his face, though, and definitely well justified. Lollipop, though, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello.
Hey,
everyone.
dude, I'm so glad I can kind of hear the room because we kept cutting to your videos of that room and it just looked so hype. I wanted to be eating Doritos and Mountain Dew and being a part of that atmosphere because especially during that first half of Inferno, you guys looked like you were really hyped up, and I want to talk through it a little bit. What went wrong in your mind? You know, if you have to explain it to yourself, what didn't work today?
They were reading all our rounds, all our movements. They were prepared for everything. And the biggest thing was like when we went out mid on pistol round, 5 mid, and they were prepared for it with 4 people. And during the game, we were doing some things, some moves, some tactics, and they were prepared for everything. And we didn't manage to find something new in our playstyle to get these 2 or 3 rounds. But actually, we choked a bit. Not a bit, a lot. We choked. Yeah, so it's kind of like this.
Yeah, the first half was fantastic, mate. And we were talking about obviously the stats for you guys here. You obviously win a lot of rounds on your T side. Yakinda was just saying they had done their homework on you and they'd read a lot of the rounds that you would come on with. But if we talk more about the run for Nemiga here, you know, you get over Forge, you get over Spirit. A lot of the Counter-Strike world are looking at that as big upsets. Did you guys have expectations that you could make a deep run in this tournament, that you could make it to the grand final?
Well, of course, we wanted to get into grand final and win the tournament, but before the tournament, we didn't have a good shape, a good form, and we were not ready to get into grand final, I think. And during the tournament, we managed to become better, to grow up, and that's why we managed to get there. So it's like this.
Okay, do you think that this kind of run and making it to the grand final gives your team a new air of confidence going forward? Do you guys think you can replicate results of this level, beating Spirit again in such fashion, or even better teams? Do you guys think you can now make more of a mark in the Counter-Strike world?
Yeah, I think it gave us a lot of confidence in our game, and we have a lot of work to do more because during the bootcamp, during all this tournament, we found our mistakes, our weak points, our disadvantages, and we have a lot of work to do, and I think we will become better.
Oh, that's hype.
Because we managed to get big experience here.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I just wish you the very best of luck with that. It's actually a luxury knowing you've got things to work on and knowing what they are. It's better than not knowing what's going wrong. So you've got a list of stuff to focus on, and I wish you the best of luck. Looking forward to seeing more Nemiga in the playoffs, dude. Congratulations on getting this far and beating some of the very best from your region. Thank you, Lollipop.
Thank you.
Best name, Lollipop. Love that.
And I love what this kind of entails in that interview. For me, it sets up now Virtus.pro to be that team that goes forward to elevate, right? We're now looking, can they replicate against Tier 1? And then you look to maybe, you know, Nemiga on the other side. Right, let's see if consistency among their own region translates to a couple of upsets at Tier 1 now.
From bad practices and low confidence to a grand final and a 12-3 lead on the half.
Mirage was close too.
It was.
Very close.
If you're going to look at this final overall, it is a 3-0. But if you look at map 1 and map 3, they were both double-digit games. There were swing rounds in there.
Mirage was pretty hype at the end. It was.
So all in all, you look at how that Mirage game kicked off. It was like, what was it, 7-3 at one point? You know, they were running away with that one.
They were on it.
So all in all, I think that every team here in this tournament, it wasn't the expected winner. We all came in with Na'Vi probably the ones to win. It was who can take Na'Vi down? Well, VP, they took them down twice, right? They won the tournament. So you look at VP as the ones here who played the biggest spoiler in that run that we were talking about. But for every one of these names, Fours still with wobbles against teams that probably they shouldn't have. They lost the game within the group stage. They lost the game to Nemiga that they probably think they should win. You're saying for Spirit, you get straight through that semi, you're flawless in groups. What happens? Where is the capitulation? How do you fall apart? Na'Vi, okay, well, focus isn't there. Maybe more selective in the future of the tournaments you attend. Everybody has something to take away from this event.
And if there's anything I'm taking away from this event is that I just got a lovely luxury of spending 2 months with my first ever casting partner, the one that dragged me around LAN, said, stop, you're going to get knocked out in groups, come cast with me. And now she's still here, still casting, and we got to spend 2 months. This is your last day of, well, CS for a while.
For a while.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to a bit of
holiday.
Bit of other games for a little while. You know,
call it a holiday.
I'll look at something called like Erringa, lovely holiday location during a pandemic. Split. It's a nice place. Nice place.
Sounds like a haven.
Do you want a job, mate?
Maybe. I'm ready. Look at that.
Bloody hell, bring him in.
Just don't call it CT&T spawns.
Just don't do it. And it's a spike, not a bomb.
That's the one.
Spike, not a bomb.
Very funny,
We love
very
you,
funny.
Lauren, and a big love as well from production as well. They actually whispered in my ear saying, give her our love and her energy.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's the best
Exactly
we can
what
do.
they said.
Now it's time for power plays, and
Let's
we're
have a
going to wrap them up. I hope it's not.
They're going to meme.
this
They're going to
clip.
meme. If it's on Twitter and they had the option to pick a meme option,
No,
you know
they're
what it's
going to
be.
pick your Kinder. He got a knife kill. That'll trump the
Your
meme.
Mountain Dew Game Fuel power plays. Let's have a look at them. It was James as the first submission, and we see him, saving his orb. That's right. Wow, what a
Let's go,
save.
baby. And then
What a
we're
save.
nuts.
But check
It's
out this
game
last
time.
one here. Check out this last.
Okay,
See that last one?
I knew. This is the gamer. Look at that. Wallbang. Edge of the smoke. Playing around it. Punishes a
14
jiggle.
rounds.
Gets another on Tetris as they peek out. And then he knifes Geo in the back
Can
after
you believe
staring
it?
at him for 30 seconds. Speedak as well has a submission for the sight hold on the AWP. Very device-esque as he slowly progresses up short. Love to see that. Outside of that, you've got Kickert. He was M4-ing top. It's not a verb. I hate it, but they used it. That's the same, and that's the 4.
Well, erring is one of my favorite things to do. M4-ing.
You see how that doesn't work. Who did it? Do you speak English as a native language? I bet you don't.
Yeah, well, that's normally the problem for me. I speak Australian as a native language. Now, I hope the people at home... Oh, I got a real...
They've done it, haven't they? It's bloody James time.
Of course they have.
Lauren knew
Why?
it. She
Why do you ever
understands
doubt
how
them?
the internet
All right,
works.
let's play the save round.
Guys, let's look at this huge power play.
All right, James here. AWP needs to save it. Scoreline 7-3 now. James gets the first. He's being hunted. Can you believe it? The third's not even looking at him. Oh, the fourth from James. And we're going to give it to you in slow-mo, guys, because you love it in slow-mo. Watch this adjustment here on the second.
Human reactions, you might say.
Whoa. Are you kidding me?
This is sensational.
Wow, what a save. You guys are dicks.
Good job, guys at
We
home.
need to round out this lovely tournament with that. You absolute monsters.
Congratulations, James. That was a 6th save, and of course, using that orb in the next round. You guys, we won't hang out. We might miss them eventually.
Who?
Right, these guys.
It's like Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, the people we're talking to.
Oh, no, that's all right. They'll still tweet angry things at us.
Always.
Always?
Yes.
Did you mean the definition of that word actually?
Hey,
or...
that constant stream of words you've been speaking for 12 hours a day for 9 weeks straight for 6 days a week. One of those words was wrong. Cheers, man. Yeah, I had no idea.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
The Counter-Strike's not done.
What there's more?
Don't say that.
No, we're done.
Oh, okay.
We're done. But, guys, what I'm going home to do, I'm going to go watch Heroic versus Vitality in the grand final, which is the rematch of
Take a
ESO 1
break,
Cologne.
No, that's stop. He's going to tell me why that's hype, because that is hype.
It's going to be hype because it is the rematch of ESO 1 Cologne. That was the grand final over there where Heroic swept Vitality in the 3-0. And for DreamHack Open, the fall edition that they're doing right now, this event, the winner of this one, Lauren, will secure themselves a slot at the IEM Global Challenge at the end of the bloody year. So don't you miss it, because Heroic, the fakey boys, going up against Vitality.
Coming. That's enough of us.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Before they hate
Extreme
us.
Masters New York is done. DreamHack's happening. It's exciting. We thank you. We're going to leave you at DHL's Moments That Delivered, and we'll see you in like a week.
10 days.
10 days. We'll be back on your screens. Much love. Mwah. Whoop. Don't give up.